It's 3 a.m. in Thailand. Oh, we got Thailand is 3 o'clock in the morning. Thank you for joining me, family. Thank you so much. Now we can get the people in the States to do the same. We be all right. If we can get the people in the States that everybody can share this out in the States, it'd be a little different. What up? What up? Stay with me. All right. Are we good on YouTube? Let's do this mic check real fast. Check 1 2 1 2 on the mic. I'm talking about the mic on YouTube. Can y'all hear me on YouTube? I'm talking about YouTube. Are you on YouTube with me? Because I'm trying to check the mics on YouTube. Okay, the sound is good. So come on, y'all. Let's share this up. As soon as you jump on this live, people, please come to my YouTube and show your love, show your support, share these videos out. I got my peoples in Thailand right now. It's 3 o'clock in the morning in Thailand. Where's all the people at in the States, B? What's our excuses in the States? Come on. But if it's gossip, we can rock with it. If it ain't gossip, we don't rock with it. So shout out to Thailand. I wish you can come over to the feed, brother. I know it's 3 in the morning, but it's 12:31 over here on the West Coast. 12:31 on the West Coast. We y'all tuning at? Come on. The first person came on my feed was from Thailand. Where my people at on YouTube? What y'all scared of? Scared to know that I know that y'all watching me? That's what it is? You don't want me to know y'all watching? So West Coast, baby, what up? Listen, let me do the West Coast and the East Coast. I'm West Coast, East Coast born, baby. West Coast, East Coast born. So shout out to my brother. He's all the way in Thailand, y'all. So if he's up at 3 in the morning listening to me from Thailand, then what is y'all excuse? What is the black person's excuse in these good old United States that you can't come here? So my brother, come over to YouTube, bro. I'm gonna try my TikTok again to see if they let me back on TikTok. I may be suspended automatically when I may be suspended the same day I get on TikTok. So I may be the only person I know that get on TikTok and get suspended the same damn day. I get suspended the same day. So let me share something with y'all before we start. And I want y'all to share this out, okay? So I be going through a lot of challenges, people, with our own people. I be going through a lot of challenges, right? And I say this, and I'm gonna say this again to you. Allah will test everybody on these feeds. If y'all don't know who Allah is what you will say God in Arabic. For y'all that just are confused, Allah is God in Arabic. So they say in the Holy Quran, that Allah will test you. Give me 1 second. Allah tests you on so many levels. If you ever pick up the Quran and see what is happening, Allah will test every last one of you on so many levels. You wouldn't even know. And to see if you will stand the test of time dealing with this. My nephew and I I was talking to my nephew today. And if anyone knows that I lost my son in 2020, it's nothing happy about a New Year's coming up, people. But Allah will test you on so many levels, B, just to see if you're as strong as you believe that you are. Physically, you could be strong. Mentally, we're weak. Physically, you may be strong, but mentally, niggas are weak as hell. I'm going to be 100 with you because I'm witnessing certain things and it's blown my mind because so many people has tried to get me to stop speaking or doing what I'm doing because I encounter a lot of our people, my people, so-called black people have tried so many ways to get me to stop, or they would sit up here and email me. I don't know why my stalker emails me. He sit up here and says, oh, why are you still spilling that pseudo stuff? So I'm gonna open this up. If you or anyone else believe this is pseudo, if you or anyone else believe that what I'm speaking on this feed is pseudo, you have the opportunity to come. Let me say this one more time. Anybody that you know that believe this is pseudo on anything that I'm speaking, I don't have nothing to prove to nobody, but you can put me in the room with any of them, and I guarantee you they will not do it. I will guarantee you this. So many people, and especially my stalker, he emails me and say, well, you still spilling that pseudo? Bring it to the cipher. So I would never, ever stop. And I keep trying to tell you, if you put me in the room with any of them, and this is not ego tripping, you better put your money on me. You better put your money on me because I will kill you with the kindness. I don't have to talk about you. I don't have to say anything about you ill. You can bring it to the cipher. Did that make sense before I go forward? Did I make any kind of sense? Did I disrespect anybody? Okay. Are we good? Are we good? Can y'all see everything on the feed? Give me 1 second. I was playing with some stuff last night, so give me 1 second. Are we good? Did y'all hear what I said? Are we good? So if you believe if this is pseudo, you don't have to email me. You don't have to DM me. You can join the feed with me because you know why? I am the fifth element of hip hop. I am the knowledge. So if you have Twitter, please tweet this out. Please share this out. Come to my YouTube channel. Let's have some fun. Because I'm hip hop. I speak hip hop.
I don't speak Spanish, but we speak hip hop. I don't speak Japanese, but we speak hip hop. I don't speak French, but yo, we speak hip hop. Stand by my culture, proud, singing the praises loud. Mycket i mixcheck, 1 och 2, 1 och 2. Apapasi på micken, ingenting som du kan ändra på. Ut med det nya, in med det gamla, med snabba på. Ta mig fram på svenska, ur Brooklyn, var vi snackar samma språk. Rappar med gubbar i samma ålder som mamma, pappa på 15 år. Jag lärde dem som rappar till 15 år och rappar. Inga konstigheter, lägger det babba, babba, ha, ha, ha. Blir imponerad som en mother. Si quieres mi respuesta, es un poco de... Es una bella mezcla, aunque para algunos chicos de hoy en día solo es rap. Para muchos todavía es una forma de pensar. Hip hop es orgullo, es el murmullo del barrio explícito. Ritmo negro revolucionario, es el funk, el rock, es el reggae, el jazz. Es cultura de culturas, música de músicas. I don't speak Swedish, but we speak hip hop. I don't speak Spanish, but we speak hip hop. I don't speak Japanese, but we speak hip hop. I don't speak French, but yo, we speak hip hop. Stand by my culture, proud, singing the praises loud. Det kallar vi att då P-ring, Hammar och BB, HJP, media kan det dämma vara radio TV, Sekai gammal, chap no deri babibi, Jikun koening, 地球のスピード真1割リスペクト9割ディス売れ線は所詮は言葉の壁越えたゼロ線は Connection, junction, fatal connection. On parle hip-hop, la rime du bled décensé. Sans toucher, nous, on parle souris, sans souci.
I speak hip-hop, baby, let's go.
Connection, junction, fatal connection. On le sent dans mon accent, je représente ma nation. Interdit, je crache hardcore africain. On s'entend, oui, les politiques est interdit. I don't speak Swedish, but he speak hip-hop. I don't speak Spanish, but he speak hip-hop. I don't speak Japanese, but he speak hip-hop. I don't speak French, but yo, he speak hip-hop. Stand by my culture, proud, singing the praises loud. He speak hip-hop. Flashes on the beatbox going, KRS is on the microphone flowing. We came here tonight to start showing hip-hop. In case you not knowing, speaking it, living it, seeking it, giving it. I've been in it, Grandmaster Flash still spinning it, hipping it, hopping it, flipping it, dropping it. Ain't no stopping it, Chris is winning it, popping and rocking it. That pop, we not with it. Let me show you how global hip-hop can get. The topic is hip-hop and its ability to drop knowledge on top of kids. The topic is living positive. Murder in prison, that just ain't the prerogative. We gotta live and grow like a treetop. There's 5 countries here, but we speak hip-hop. I don't speak Swedish, but he speak hip-hop. I don't speak Spanish, but he speak hip-hop. I don't speak Japanese, but he speak hip-hop. I don't speak French, but yo, he speak hip-hop. Stand by my culture, proud, singing the praises loud. He speak hip-hop. I don't speak Swedish, but he speak hip-hop. I don't speak Spanish, but he speak hip-hop. I don't speak Japanese, but he speak hip-hop. I don't speak French, but yo, he speak hip-hop. Stand by my culture, proud, singing the praises loud. He speak hip-hop.
So if y'all don't know, I told you I speak hip-hop. I am the 5th element of hip-hop. Just in case y'all don't know, I was named the 5th element of hip-hop. So what's up, brother Dre? We got Dre in the building, the first person on the feed. This is the craziest thing ever. I'll open up my lines for everybody. And shout out to my people that's in Japan that's just tuning in too. I speak hip-hop. And I was named the 5th element of hip-hop. Just in case y'all don't know what the 5th element of hip-hop is, it's called knowledge. I didn't name myself that. So I hope y'all share this out and let's have some fun. So we just getting started, brother. I don't even be having nothing prepared, brother. I'm gonna be 100 with you, bro. It's off the top of my kafaya. You know what I mean? Huh?
I said freestyle.
Yo, I'm being real, bro. Cause I just sat back this morning, right? And I got an email from my stalker, right? He said, "You still spilling that?" He be watching though. If I stay on here for 5 hours, he watched this for 5 freaking hours, bro. And will email me instead of coming on the feed and talking to me and say, "Well, that's pseudo, brother." And I'm gonna say this again to all of y'all. If you think these people are experts, then come over here and prove to me what Sabir Bey is saying is pseudo. I'll let you be on the feed for less than 5 minutes, and you tell me with facts that it's pseudo. And the reason why I'm doing this, brother, because it's like I go through this spiel, and it's like Allah will test you on so many levels. Allah will test you. And what inspired me was that young sister in Palestine, in Gaza. And I don't know if you've been following the videos, right? That the young sister that's in Gaza that's reporting. You ever see that video of that young sister?
No, I don't think so.
It's all on TikTok and Twitter. I know we're not interested. We weren't about Joe Buttons. We weren't about Ye. This is what black folks are worried about. I'm being real. But I'm looking at this young sister. I think she's 23, 24 years old, right? 23, 24 years old. And I'm watching her. And I'm going to show you how comfortable black people are in the States. I'm watching her be pushed into journalist, to be a journalist. She's a journalist. She really a journalist, bro. And she's telling people what is happening in Gaza, the bombing every day, no lie, right? And this is why I said black people are freaking hypocrites, bro. Hypocrites. So she is hold up. I don't know what that is up there. I don't know what that Jason thing is. Peace. I don't know what this is, but okay. So she's been pushed into journalism, and because of what was going on over there. And I'm looking at she's 23, 24 years old, right? Which one of you on this feed right now in this present time go through a bombing every day? Go through, if you go to see, only thing I worry about over here is the earthquake, straight up. And that's by nature, not someone bombing, by nature. Tell me which one of you, I don't care if you in your 50s or your 60s or your 70s, which one of you, and I know this is not the conversation that y'all want to hear, which one of you waking up to a bombing every day? Which one? Let's be realistic. Come on, let's talk for a minute. We want to have this conversation, right? We want to talk about post-traumatic slave syndrome and all these things, right? Come on, which one of you? And I'm gonna show you how comfortable y'all are. I see. This is what I'm saying about our people. They hypocrites and cowards. Because again, if you were honest with yourself, you would say, brother, I didn't go through that. I don't know what I would do if I went through that. Which one of y'all? Let me see if I can fix my cameras and stuff, because I'm looking at these comments on you. Come on, y'all, talk to me for a minute. Which one of y'all? Don't get scared. It's okay. None of us, so-called blacks, thank you. None of us is going through this, right? Come on, talk to me for a minute. Come on, it's okay. I know y'all scared to say something because somebody's watching y'all, and hold up. Somebody's watching y'all, and y'all don't want to be like, oh damn, Shabir, you're right. Come on, which one of y'all are going through bombing?
We do fireworks for celebration. That's the closest we get to bombing, I guess.
Did you say fireworks?
That's the closest we get to bombing, I guess.
Yo, I keep trying to tell you. Listen, they don't never want me on no platform. For all of you new cats, I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. And I can stand with the best of whoever y'all bring. And this is not arrogance. This is not ego tripping. This is called factology. It's called factology. So I'm watching this young sister. As she said, she was saying how she has no home to go back to. This is what she said. No home to go back to. All her friends are dead. Like they're dead. I just want you to picture that for a second. While we bitch and moan here, and if you have children, please hold their ears. While we bitch and moan, we're comfortable. And it made me think about the sister when I was in the UK. And she was talking about how we love this trauma cup. This is a barrister that told me this when I was in the UK, that Black people in the United States love the trauma cup. The trauma cup. They love that Umar Johnson conversation. Right? I'm dead serious. And as I'm looking at this, and I don't prepare none of my shows, I'm literally like trying to figure this out. Like, how could you literally, that would be post-traumatic syndrome, wouldn't it? This is what the sister told me when I sat with her husband and I sat with her, and how she walked away from being a barrister because of the corruption. And as I'm sitting in their house in the UK, they opened up their doors for me. No matter how long I wanted to stay in the UK, even though I had an Airbnb. But I came from Manchester to London. I came from Manchester to London. And they opened up their doors and they said, yo, we got your own room for you. Anything you need, go in the kitchen and get it. We don't even do that. This is how crazy we are. The selfishness of Black people in the United States, because the mindset that we have is a European or a colonized mindset. Most Africans do stuff like that. I don't know if y'all know that or not. And the Caribbean. I don't know if y'all know that or not. I don't know if y'all know, because y'all stuck in this bubble. So when I was in the house and I'm sitting up with them until 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and we going back and forth, you know the first thing she told me? She said to me that they Muslims too. She said the first thing they give a child at birth is a birth certificate. Listen to me. This is what she told me. At birth, the first thing a child gets is a passport. A passport, I meant to say. passport. Passport, she said. And she was sitting with me, and I can't get into details because I'm going to have another conversation with her. But she, you know, when I go back, and she's watching my videos too. And she's telling me about the Barristers Association. The barristers, they call it barristers or something over there. Do you know that all attorneys, do y'all know anything about law? We got Kwanzaa this week, right? Kwanzaa this week. Kwanzaa. Do you know any title of nobility people is a motherfreaking foreign subject? Did y'all know that? How many of y'all knew that? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna send this to Judge Joe Brown. But we don't want to have this type of conversation. I'm being 100. What are we supposed to do, Sabir? Let's have a discussion with them. Let's have a discussion with these attorneys. Do you know that any title of this is not Sabir Bey's opinion. This is a fact, homie. A fact. Fact, not my opinion. Any title of nobility, esquires, is a title of nobility, which is what? A foreign entity. Oh, go do your research on it. Go do your research on what I just said. Any title of nobilities. The esquire is a title of nobility. When you see people with the esquire on their names, ask them who they work for. That'll answer all your questions. Do y'all think they want to have this conversation on a platform, on a major platform? But you know the greatest title that you can have? Do anyone know? Do you know the greatest title that you can say it again? Say it again, homie.
Bay.
Bay. Bay or ill. But they tell you it's a name. See, this is why Joy DeGruy, Joanna, whatever her name, Hannah, they don't want to have this type of conversation. The greatest title that you can have on your attribute, we call it, is Bay or ill. Does it make sense? Bay or ill. That's the greatest. The greatest title that you can have. And this is why they keep you away from anything that's pertaining to the Moors. Anything, any attorney. Before I play this next song, I want you to share this out to every judge, every attorney, the lady that did the 1619 project. Send this out to Joy DeGruy. Send this out to Roland Martin. Send this out to Boyce Watkins. Send this out to anyone that you think needs to hear this. And on any given day, you can bring it to the cipher. So we're going to get it rolling. We're going to have some fun. Y'all can click the link. And don't forget, this Sunday, I got to do the name correction show over again, brother. So every Sunday, y'all, at 4:00, I do my webinars. And y'all can sign up right now. I'm only taking 10 people. So it's down to 8 people now. So only 10 people every Sunday at 4:00 p.m. West Coast time. West Coast time. You can go to my Cash App and pay the $65. Everything is at the bottom of the screen. That's going across. And if you want to donate, you can donate too. Okay? I'm open for any lectures, anything. But I got to do this. I got to do the other one over, brother, because I don't even know what I did with that class. I'm being real, because this has been my fourth. I don't even know. So you can pick my brain on Sunday. It's only about an hour and a half class. You can hit me on my email and pay right now. My Cash App is up there, Sabir Bey Radio. I may go up after that. Somebody told me it was really too cheap. So I was only doing it for the holidays. So y'all can hit me up, SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. Y'all see it on there?
Shabir, I have a question.
Sure. Before I go, bro, let's go.
Is Bishop a title of nobility?
It is a title. It is a title. See, we don't know the difference. As a matter of fact, that should be one of the classes, because we think a name is a title and a title is a name. Esquire is a title of nobility. Okay, so go share it right now. Let's have some fun. Let's get it popping.
Most of my Latino and Black people who are struggling to get food, clothes, and shelter in the hood are so concerned with that philosophizing about freedom and socialist democracy is usually, unfortunately, beyond their rationale. They don't realize that America can't exist without separating them from their identity. Because if we had some sense of who we really are, there's no way in hell we'd allow this country to push its genocidal consensus on our homelands. This ignorance exists, but it can be destroyed. Niggas talk about change and working within the system to achieve that. The problem with always being a conformist is that when you try to change the system from within, it's not you who changes the system, it's the system that will eventually change you. There is usually nothing wrong with compromising a situation, but compromising yourself in a situation is another story completely. And I've seen this happen long enough in the few years that I've been alive to know that it's a serious problem. Latino America is a huge colony of countries whose presidents are cowards in the face of economic imperialism.
Did y'all get that? Can I rewind that back one more time? Go get all your bougie black folks, yo. Go get all the bougie black people, and I'll let them embarrass me on any platform there is. Listen up from the top. So listen, I don't know, I'm on TikTok, so anybody that's on TikTok, y'all can come to my YouTube channel, Before 1492. Before 1492, hit that link. Let me put it up here one more time. I don't know how long, because I just got back off of punishment. I guess they was punishing me for saying certain things. So if so, let's put the link up here for the YouTube channel. Before 1492, hit that link right there on 1492, and please subscribe to the channel. Let's go again.
Most of my Latino and black people who are struggling to get food, clothes,
Share
and
it out,
shelter
y'all.
in
Let's
the
go.
hood are so concerned with that philosophizing about freedom and socialist democracy is usually, unfortunately, beyond their rationale. They don't realize that America can't exist without separating them from their identity. Because if we had some sense of who we really are, there's no way in hell we'd allow this country to push its genocidal consensus on our homelands. This ignorance exists, but it can be destroyed. Niggas talk about change and working within the system to achieve that. The problem with always being a conformist is that when you try to change the system from within, it's not you who changes the system, it's the system that will eventually change you. There is usually nothing wrong with compromising a situation, but compromising yourself in a situation is another story completely. And I've seen this happen long enough in the few years that I've been alive to know that it's a serious problem. Latino America is a huge colony of countries whose presidents are cowards in the face of economic imperialism. You see, third world countries are rich places, abundant in resources, and many of these countries have the capacity to feed their starving people, and the children we always see digging for food and trash on commercials. But plutocracies, in other words, a government run by the rich, such as this one, and traditionally oppressive European states, force the third world into buying overpriced, unnecessary goods while exporting huge portions of their natural resources. I'm quite sure that people will look upon my attitude and sentiments and look for hypocrisy and hatred in my words. My revolution is born out of love for my people, not hatred for others. You see, most of Latinos are here because of the great inflation that was caused by American companies in Latin America. Aside from that, many are seeking a life away from the puppet democracies that were funded by the United States. Places like El Salvador, Guatemala, Peru, Colombia, Nicaragua, Ecuador, and la República Dominicana. And not just Spanish-speaking countries either, but Haiti and Jamaica as well. As different as we have been taught to look at each other by colonial society, we are in the same struggle. And until we realize that, we'll be fighting for scraps from the table of a system that has kept us subservient instead of being self-determined. And that's why we have no control over when the embargo will stop in Cuba or when the bombs will stop dropping in Vieques. But you see, here in America, the attitude that is fed to us is that outside of America, there live lesser people. Fuck them, let them fend for themselves. No, fuck you. They are you. No matter how much you want to dye your hair blonde and put fake eyes in or follow an anorexic. But you see, here in America, the attitude that is fed to us is that outside of America, there live lesser people. Fuck them, let them fend for themselves. No, fuck you. They are you. No matter how much you want to dye your hair blonde and put fake eyes in or follow an anorexic standard of beauty, or no matter how many diamonds you buy from people who exploit your own brutally to get them, no matter what kind of car you drive or what kind of fancy clothes you put on, you will never be them. They're always gonna look at you as nothing but a little monkey. I'd rather be proud of what I am rather than desperately try to be something I'm really not, just to fit in. And whether we want to accept it or not, that's what this culture or lack of culture is feeding us. I want a better life for my family and for my children, but it doesn't have to be at the expense of millions of lives in my homeland. We're given the idea that if we didn't have these people to exploit, that America wouldn't be rich enough to let us have these little petty material things in our lives and basic standards of living. No, that's wrong. It's the business giants and the government officials who make all the real money. We have whatever they kick down to us. My enemy is not the average white man. It's not the kid down the block or the kids I see on the street. My enemy is the white man I don't see. The people in the White House, the corporate monopoly owners, fake liberal politicians. Those are my enemies. The generals of the armies that are mostly conservative. Those are the real motherfuckers that I need to bring it to. Not the poor, broke, country-ass soldier that's too stupid to know shit about the way things are set up. In fact, I have more in common with most working and middle-class white people than I do with most rich black and Latino people. As much as racism bleeds America, we need to understand that classism is the real issue. Many of us are in the same boat, and it's sinking, while these bougie motherfuckers ride on the luxury liner. And as long as we keep fighting over kicking people out of the little boat we're all in, we're gonna miss an opportunity to gain a better standard of living as a whole. In other words, I don't want to escape the plantation. I want to come back, free all my people, hang the motherfucker that kept me there, and burn the house to the goddamn ground. I want to take over the encomienda and give it back to the people who work the land. You cannot change the past, but you can make the future. And anyone who tells you different is a fucking lethargic devil. I don't look at a few token Latinos and black people in the public eye as some type of achievement for my people as a whole. Most of those successful individuals are just sellouts and house negroes. But I don't consider brothers a sellout if they move out of the ghetto. Poverty has nothing to do with our people. It's not in our culture to be poor. That's only been the last 500 years of our history. Look at the last 2,000 years of our existence and what we brought to the world in terms of science, mathematics, agriculture, and forms of government. You know, the idea of a confederation of provinces where one federal government controls the states? The Europeans who came to this country stole that idea from the Iroquois League. The idea of impeaching a ruler comes from an Aztec tradition. That's why Montezuma was stoned to death by his own people, because he represents just sellouts and house negroes. But I don't consider brothers a sellout if they move out of the ghetto. Poverty has nothing to do with our people. It's not in our culture to be poor. That's only been the last 500 years of our history. Look at the last 2,000 years of our existence and what we brought to the world in terms of science, mathematics, agriculture, and forms of government. You know, the idea of a confederation of provinces where one federal government controls the states? The Europeans who came to this country stole that idea from the Iroquois League. The idea of impeaching a ruler comes from an Aztec tradition. That's why Montezuma was stoned to death by his own people, because he represented the agenda of white Spaniards once he was captured, not the Aztec people who would become Mexicans. So in conclusion, I'm not going to vote for anybody just because they black or Latino. They have to truly represent the community and represent what's good for all of us proletariat. Porque si no, entonces te mando pa'l carajo, cabrón, gusano, hijo de puta. Seremos libres pronto. ¡Viva la revolución! ¡Que viva la revolución!
Y'all didn't get this whole story? Who brings this to you like this out of a song? So it comes from an Aztec. And Montezuma, I just showed you what he looked like. That's why I went to Mexico. And when I was in Mexico, you'd be surprised how many dark people was down there, not black people. But the crazy part is, as I'm in Mexico, they telling me more stories. I'm like, God damn, I got a lot of videos when I was in Mexico. So Montezuma was stoned by his own people. And this is what's getting ready to happen to our people right here in the States, because they're lying to our people. And a lot of you good old Christians are going to be stoned, or you're going to die miserable as hell also. A lot of you Christians are going to die miserable, because I told you, this is why they're so fearful of Islam, and it's growing like a mother frigger every night. Like, oh my God, the new boxer Gavin, oh, he accepted Islam. I said, God damn, how many people have y'all noticed gathered to Islam? Did anybody force them into Islam? Have y'all noticed on social media, right? Everybody, even these Europeans coming to Islam, you know why they coming to Islam? because they saying there's something about Islam that makes them not give up their faith. What is it, y'all? Was they forcing you? But see, if you go to the European school, they'll tell you that they cut heads off to force you. No, you better study Catholicism. Y'all better study the Crusades. Y'all better study all of these things, right? That force you into Christianity. Oh, you ain't gonna get a job if you're not a good Christian. Or you're not going to get this position if you're not a good Christian. If you're a good Christian, now you got to become a Mason or Eastern Star, which is called a Starte if you understood the Bible. You better follow the Eastern Star. Which way do the Muslims pray? Towards the east. Y'all think it's a joke?
I heard Islam doesn't have missionaries. Right?
No, they don't have missionaries. They don't have missionaries. But just think about this, brother. Just use logic and common sense for a second. Just use it. So now we have the technology, or we have the whole computer in the palm of our hands, right? If I'm wrong, bring me all your scholars to the cipher, baby. Bring them to the cipher. And if this is pseudo, the line is open for y'all. It's right there. Come on. So you have the world in the palm of your hand, which is called a computer, right? Did they force anybody on Islam, or they saw what was happening over there? So they made you think it's about Islam. Oh no, it was not. It's not about Islam, baby. Y'all don't get this yet? That's why the dude Michael Rappaport is doing the stuff that he's doing and saying what he's saying. But none of you Christians got the heart to stand up and say anything. I don't want to lose my wife. Nigga, leave her. She ain't doing you no good. Leave him. Leave your husband. He ain't doing no good. Leave them. It's okay. Allah got you. Believe me, Allah got you. Right? So I'm sitting here saying, who is forcing these people? How are they coming to Islam? But just for the record, I'm going to show y'all this. The Christian community literally fighting for their lives right now in the Armenian quarters. Oh, but you don't know anything. They ain't telling y'all about this. Y'all think it's about Islam because you got guys like Michael Rappaport and them getting paid to go over there. But see, y'all don't know about this, though. Y'all don't know about that one, though, do you? We don't know about that. So where's all my Christians at over here speaking out against this? Where's my Christians? So they're not forcing you into anything. It's just that black people in the United States are very, very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Right? And they have to convince you that it has something to do with Islam. No. All of these black people from Joy DeGruy, if they live long enough, they're going to get stoned. If you don't like what I'm saying, then you can shit it to Joy DeGruy. I'll sit in the room with her. I'll sit in the room with the sister that wrote the 1619 Project. I want you to share this to her too. And I'm going to show you how we have been conditioned, bro. We have been conditioned. And if this is pseudo, bring them all to the cipher. I don't give a damn what organization that you in. This is not even prepared. And I don't think I'm saying anything that's disrespectful or hateful at all. As I'm watching this unfold, and I'm looking at that young sister over in Gaza that was thrown into journalism. She may be the best journalist I've seen. Seriously. Did y'all see the girl that's over, this young sister that's over there in Gaza that's reporting? Or do I have to read? Come on. Did y'all see her? You don't know who she is, but let me see if I can find her real fast. I forgot her name, but let me see if I can find her real fast. But we don't want to talk about this because New Year's is coming up. New Year's is coming up. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can find her. Y'all should, I don't know how y'all not aware of who this sister is. That's kind of weird that y'all don't know who that sister is, but she's a young sister. So I don't even know where she at. If I can find her, damn, I forgot the sister's name. But anyway, her whole life was turned upside down, literally turned upside down, right? She had cameras. She used to be a podcaster. And when they started bombing, that's why I said none of you black people on this feed went through what she went through. You may have lost the house, you may have lost the car, but the car you can get back, your life you can get back. The car you can get back, the house you can get back, all of the things you can get back. You can get that back. But the way Christianity is set up over here is that don't talk back to your masters. Obey those that's in authority. Who? Jesus didn't even obey those that are. Come on, where my Christians at? Jesus didn't even obey those that's in authority. I know some of y'all on my feed as Christians. Jesus never obeyed those that's in authority. He said, obey who? Who did Jesus say obey? Come on, I see some of y'all Bible thumpers on here. Come on, y'all. What'd he say?
Most High.
Who?
Obey the Most High.
The Most High, God, Allah. But the crazy part about our people, right? We'll say stuff like this. Well, Jesus, God put him there. How about if God told me to do what I'm doing? You would stone the hell out of me. No, you didn't talk to God. But TD Jakes can have a conversation with God if you got enough money. TD Jakes, all of them got a connection to God if you got dollars. Let me tell you something. How we're going to get spanked. How we going to, and I know this is going to hurt some of y'all because it's the truth. If I'm wrong, then check me. A lot of you going to get spanked. A lot of you going to get spanked because the truth is going to come out eventually. The truth is coming out. It's like you try to hide a tree. If you pay attention to nature, nature pulls up from the cement. Nature pulls up from the cement. You can't hide truth, B. You can't hide because all your filth is right inside Christianity, and that's why they allow it. And that's why they allow certain stuff in Israel, over in Israel. In Israel, in Tel Aviv. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on in Tel Aviv, right? You do know that, right? So this is why they do that. So they have to criminalize Islam when everything that you're using is coming from Islam. Everything that you're using to this day come from Islam. Everything, even the word America, Amir is Arabic. The number system you're using is an Arabic number system. Everything comes from Islam. But they had to make you hate it while they study it. And every last one of these people, from Ibn Khaldun to Ibn Sina to Abbas Ibn Fanas, all of these people, the Europeans study in their college. So where's this lady at that's talking about the 1619 project? And this is the crazy part about us. I went to a Kwanzaa special, and I told you about this. And I'm looking at this Kwanzaa special, and that's a bunch of BS too. This Kwanzaa stuff is a bunch of bull. If you want to celebrate a holiday, just celebrate Christmas. It's okay. It's called Christmas. It's not even called Christmas. It's called Christmas, for the record. You had a Christ Mass, you had a Mary Mass, and you had a Joseph Mass. Did that make sense? Yeah. I grew up as a Catholic. My mother was a Baptist, but my father was a Catholic. You see, y'all see how this works? So my father was a Catholic because it was taught to him. My mother was a Baptist, so she accepted it to accept what my father had. But we used to go to church all the time. It used to be a church called St. Charles in Philadelphia. Y'all can look it up. And I used to question my mother when we were younger. I'm not lying. This is what happens. We used to get smacked. We used to call these people, if y'all ever went to a Catholic church, we say Father John. I'll be like, Mom, that's not my father. That's my father. You notice that they say Father John. That's not my father. My father's over here. But the wild part is that we have been so conditioned, and this is why even in Frantz Fanon's work, Frantz Fanon said, listen closely. Frantz Fanon said the oppressor will oppress the oppressed until the oppressed eventually oppresses themselves. Let me say this one more time. The oppressor will oppress the oppressed until the oppressed eventually oppresses themselves. So they'd have done this for so long that now we following the same thing. And y'all don't question nothing. That's why they can pull out books, 1619 Project, post-traumatic slave syndrome, when none of y'all went through none of this. I keep asking y'all, which one of y'all went through what they're going through over Gaza? Which one of y'all on this feed? I wait. I see y'all on the feed. Which one of y'all is going through this? You lost the house, lost the car, lost the job. You can get all that stuff back. Which one of y'all? Since we love to hold on to this. And this is why the sister was talking about the trauma cup. The trauma cup. Oh, please share this to Joy DeGruy. Please share this to that sister Joy. Let's have a conversation. I want to hear from them. Now, there is a term. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can make sense out of this, y'all. If y'all confused, y'all could jump on the feed, okay? Creflo Dollar. Yeah, his name means make a flow of dollars. His name means make a flow of dollars. Let me see something. I looked up a definition, right? So bear with me, y'all. 1 second, all right? Let's work this out. Let's see. Are y'all sharing this out? Keep sharing it out, y'all. Let's go. Let's make it make sense. Let's find this definition. Give me 1 second. Now, I could have this right here. I could have PSD. Stressed, afraid of after the danger is over. So let me explain this to y'all for y'all that don't understand how this works, okay? Everybody all right? Now, I can understand post-traumatic stress disorder. We can have that, but we can't have post-traumatic slave syndrome because you didn't go through that. So Joy DeGruy has a book out called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. Let me ask y'all a question. Let's use logic and common sense. Which one of y'all went through slavery? I'll wait. Which one of these black people that keep promoting this for Kwanzaa went through slavery? I mean, the lines are open for y'all. Come on, talk to me for a minute.
Now that I know, I thought slavery was illegal, like lawfully.
We ain't even got to say it's illegal. I just want to know which one of them on this feed went through slavery. Come on, it's okay. This is not the show that you beat somebody. I'm not here to beat you up. Which one of y'all went through slavery? And I'm gonna explain this. Now I can have this right here because I've been, you know how many times I've been shot up and I looked at myself being shot. You do know that, right? I've been shot so many times. I keep telling you I could be a rapper. Tony, no. Am I lying, Tone? You gotta unmute your mic, Tone.
Not at all. Not
Tony
at all.
the longest. Tony know me. He's from right around the corner. He's from my neighborhood, right? So I can have post-traumatic motherfucking shock syndrome. Do you see me running around here talking about? Oh, I'm messed up, brother. I just lost my son in 2020 and had to go see my son. Should I have post-traumatic syndrome or PSD?
Close to war syndrome.
Close to war. I mean, if you grew up where I grew up, nigga, that was war. Shit, nigga. Shit. But the funny thing is with us, we romanticize every freaking thing. Black people in the United States romanticize everything. And none of these people I don't give a damn if you in a nation, any of these groups, they are so afraid to have this real conversation with somebody who went through this. I had to go see my son, right? And that is the most hurting thing ever. I couldn't even go see him, son, but you can see, Tony, when my son got killed, he left me. I want y'all to hear me out. My son left me 45 minutes before he got killed. Right around the corner from where I got shot at. I got hit 5 times. And I got shot in Wilson Projects. Why? Because I was doing dumb stuff when I was younger in Wilson Projects, okay? And I had a shootout, and I really didn't run then. That's why I got hit up. And then I didn't run the last time I got hit up 5 times. Who else on this feed that experienced that and running around talking about, brother, I got PSD? I don't know if I have it or not. I'm going to be real. I don't know if I really have it. I may have it and I don't recognize it. Maybe that's what it is. But for our people to sit here, Tone, and talk about post-traumatic slave syndrome, when we are like 4 or 5 generations, probably 6 generations out of that. And I'm looking at, and I'm asking the question, is it for clickbait that they make these names, these books, like Joy DeGruy and them? There's a doctor that probably never even went through half of the stuff that she's talking about and was taught by the European about this. And y'all keep running from Sabir and as if I don't know what I'm talking about, then prove it to me. Embarrass me on your platform, and then I'll give you my life story. So nothing could be more dramatic than me having to go see my son. That is the craziest thing ever. Nothing can compare to that. Nothing. I will be mentally, and I was mentally messed up. I did want to hurt somebody. I wanted to, and be real, I wanted to kill a motherfucker. That's how serious this is. And for people to keep kind of come at me and say if it's pseudo and it's phony and it's fake, when the fake people that y'all cheerleading and paying every goddamn day, that's misleading you. And this is why I said they're going to get stoned. That goes for all you YouTubers, bro. You're going to get stoned eventually. But it's happening in a totally different way if you pay attention. It's happening totally different. Right? So as I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about what I'm going to talk about today, that is why the younger generation are separating from the slave narrative. Thank you very much. And they're separating from it because every nation suffered slavery. Every nation of people suffered slavery. Every last one of them suffered slavery. Every last one of them. And if we can keep, they can keep putting money behind it, it's going to happen. I know what that feels like. I lost my son in 2018. I feel it. Thank you, brother. So my son was shot up over 10 times. Over 10 times. If any parent can understand what I'm saying to you and to now see what is happening over there in Gaza, and you a Christian, man, Negroes are hypocrites. And this is why I said that people are coming to Islam. Come to my YouTube channel. Stop trying to come on TikTok. Come to my YouTube channel, okay? And this is why people are, it's not that they're forcing you to come to Islam. They're starting to see it's something about Islam. It's something about Islam that makes you say, damn. It's something. My brother Tony said in my private chat, he said, everybody wants to be a victim. And that is so true. We love the victim mentality. And this is why nothing's getting done. I'm fine. I went to a Kwanzaa special. I was so disappointed at this Kwanzaa special, bro. I'm so serious. And I'm going to show you the two books that was that this elder had at the Kwanzaa special. And I had an argument with him about the oldest university in the world. He said it was Timbuktu. I told you it wasn't Timbuktu. The oldest university in the world was not Timbuktu. It was not Timbuktu. It was by a sister. I said we could have had a conversation on that alone at the Kwanzaa special, but y'all want the feel good stuff. You want the we don't want to rock the boat, brother. We don't want to rock the boat, Sabir. But let me show you the two books that the elder had at the Kwanzaa special. And I was so disappointed. Give me 1 second. And somebody shared this to that sister. This is one of the books that he had. Please tell me what is this. And this lady was getting 50,000, I think, to speak. Somebody rescued me on his feed. He had this book there. Her name is Nicole Hannah Jones. So if y'all know her, please tweet this out to her because I want to talk with her. I want to ask her some serious questions. I didn't go to their university, so it may not work. I didn't go to their university, but I do have common sense and logic. But I'm trying to figure out, why does she start the history in 1619? So the elder had this. And I'm trying to figure out. And it talks about the project and when it got started, the history, and they call her a scholar and a journalist. And I'm trying to figure it out. Send it to Dr. Kaba too. Y'all know Dr. Kaba, right? Send it to Dr. Kaba also. So I'm trying to figure this out. Why do they promote these people? It's to keep us where we're at. Every last one of your black scholars was educated by the European. All of them. If I'm wrong, I'll say that I'm wrong in the presence of them. Okay? So let me show you another book. This is what the elder had at the Kwanzaa special. His name is Baba Femi. I used to give classes at his place. So they put on a Kwanzaa special out here every year. And the scary part, they didn't do it last year because of the COVID. How the hell you believe in God or believe in whatever God you believe in and scared of this European? Hold on, let me show you another book. I want y'all to share this out to her too. I would like to sit and talk with her. Well, you disrespecting the L. No, brother. I'll sit with her too to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what is post-traumatic slave syndrome. Because I would ask her who went through slavery. I should have post-traumatic shock syndrome. But we defend the nonsense, bro. Come on, let's talk. Let's share these things out, man. Let's go, because I want to get this thing sparked. What is post-traumatic slave syndrome? Can somebody get on my feet and explain this to me? Can you, Andrew, could you explain this to me, brother? I mean, maybe they scared that they sitting back trying to figure out where you're going at with this. If you sit there long enough, you understand where I'm going at. Because can somebody explain to me what is post-traumatic slave syndrome?
I think it was coined after the Vietnam War when the vets came back and like they weren't the
No,
same.
this is slavery. No, this is slavery though. They ain't talking about no Vietnam War in this mug, bro. They don't even have them type of conversations. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
This ain't no Vietnam stuff.
And, like they didn't believe
Huh?
it was true until some point. They didn't know that that thing exists. But PTSD happens after you go through something traumatic, and it keeps you get triggered. But you have to go through it. It doesn't like I don't know if it's genetic. I don't know. But you have to go through something.
I'm trying to figure it out. I mean, maybe we need it. I'm trying to somebody get with Joy DeGruy. Because first of all, I would say, well, who are the slaves? Who are the slaves? Do you know that if we had logic and common sense, right? Let's bear with me 1 second. If y'all think I'm nitpicking, then go share it out to them. Right? Let's use logic. Let's use critical thinking and logic, people. Can we do this? Critical thinking and logic. I would sit in the room and be like, well, y'all do know that slavery is a pedigree. You do know that, right? You do know that. I mean, y'all do know that, right? I mean, before I go forward. You do know that slavery is a pedigree. He said, what data analyst was done to create the develop this information? I don't even know. I mean, share this with Joy DeGruy. Share it to her. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm open. Maybe I'm not smart enough. I didn't go to Howard University or Spelman or Morehouse. Maybe that's what it is. Wait a minute. What school did he go to? We need to figure out. Was he trained in the European school first before we even bring him on a platform? No common sense and no logic. So if anyone knows that slave is a pedigree, let me explain. If you look it up, let me explain this to y'all. How many of y'all have a dictionary? Do you have a dictionary next to you? Tony, do you have a dictionary next to you, brother? Latif, somebody. Do anyone have a dictionary? Just in case y'all don't know what that is. Hold up. Maybe they don't know what it is. Hold up. So it would look something like this. Maybe it would be something like this. Or maybe it will look something like this. American heritage. So this is not pun, and this is not playing on words. I want you to look up, by definition, the word slavery. And this is I'm going to show you how sick our people are. We will justify why it's a difference. And it's no difference. So let me give you the breakdown just in case y'all look it up. Slavery comes from the word Slavic. Slavic. Slave, Slavic. Slave, you're going to see Slav. It's a pedigree. So slavery was Indo-Europeans and Scandinavians. So make it make sense to me, brother. Am I making sense? I mean, come on, somebody got to rescue me.
Like I think last year or 2 years ago, they changed the country from Yugoslavia to Croatia. I wonder why.
Oh, look it up for yourself. Don't believe me. Look up the word slave. Look it up. It's Indo-Europeans and Scandinavians. Now I'm talking to the educators now. I'm speaking to the ones that's in the universities. Did y'all look it up? Or do I have to take a quick break? Did y'all look it up? My sister, did you look it up? Maybe I need to take a musical break. We're gonna help them out, y'all. I'm only like 59 minutes into this. Come on, let's go. Y'all sharing this out to Joy DeGroot, Boyce Watkins. I mean, I want them, they can definitely embarrass me. Come on. Let me know when y'all share it out. And I'm not trying to be funny, sarcastic. None of that. Did y'all look up slavery? Y'all look it up? Slavery? I mean, we'll look it up, y'all. Come on. Let's go. Well, Sabir, that's a difference, brother. It's a difference in what we're saying. It's a difference. You know, we look at it totally different. Come on, we're going to take a quick break, y'all. Let's go. I'm going to knock you off the box, baby. Come on, let's go. Let's have some fun, y'all. We only an hour in. Hit the link.
Yo, Frank, what you saying? Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Yeah, I'm spitting truth, ain't nothing fancy. Fake, I can't be. With this microphone, I'm handy. Radio and video bans me, they can't stand me. I'm the opposite of these hoes dancing in panties. Truth seeker, I write for people, not a Grammy. The true teacher, teaching about ancestors and family. The proof seeker, bringing evidence, not the fallacy. The new leader, bringing solutions to the insanity. The strategy, avoid calamity and tragedy. Do not let technology run off with your humanity. I deal with reality, not Lemon or Hannity. This is why most of these rappers are not matching me. It's a catastrophe, they got you looking at a screen, and the screen is showing you scenes of what your culture means. A society of poverty, drug dealers and fiends. These ain't the images that tell you what your culture means. Rappers like KRS One are nowhere on the scene. They promote rappers that contradict Dr. King's dream. These acts are deliberate, they part of the same scheme. Cop shot the kid, I still hear him scream. This ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. Just another case about the wrong path. Straight and narrow or you will not last. Slick Rick told y'all, good night. Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box.
Come on, y'all, let's go. Share it out.
Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box,
We'll have
Chris.
some fun.
Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box, Chris. Chris already got this. This is what hip hop is. Spitting my synopsis. A sellout, I am not this. Pull out and cock this. Revolutionary topic right over the hot shit. Video is for your optics. That's why you watch it. But it can become hypnotic if you cannot stop it. Your mind, you must unlock it from their phony topics. Focus on the truth with proof. Use your logic. Words are like purpose, character. You got it or got them? Invisible forces, can you spot them? The blind continues to lead the blind to the bottom, destroying their cities like Gomorrah and Sodom. I rock them with truth, cause knowledge reigns supreme. Cop shot the kid, I still hear him scream. This ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. Just another case about the wrong path. Straight and narrow or you will not last. Slick Rick told y'all, good night. Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Like a stone, I rock this. The beginner just eating dinner. No, I am not this. I take it back to Schoolie D and Super Lovers C. Steady B. I'm 3 times dope, what dope times 3. You know me. I ain't stutter. Why you think they never promote the original culture they putting us under? We all know the truth about hip hop and what it really is, but we sit and settle for what they peddle to little kids. I'm piping like a kettle. This mental man, I'll flip your lid. Take it back to when we used to rap in DJ Zig. When you reverse evil, believe me, people, you really live. Help, love, awareness, and wealth. That's what I'm here to give. No, I do not think of myself. I think of these future kids. Everything we doing today will determine how they live. Many DJs cutting and mixing, but they ain't praying nothing. Many rappers ripping and rapping, but they ain't saying nothing. Corporate yelling Black Lives Matter, but they stay fronting. That's why this Black Lives rapper, he keeps it way bumping. It ain't nothing, no assumptions, just facts. It seems knowledge reigning supreme, and that's that. Bring it back. Rappers rapping like we get under attack. They traitors and our neighbors, which makes it doubly whack. Look at that. Why these corny ass rappers serving their beans? Cop shot the kid, I still hear him scream. This ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. Just another case about the wrong path. Straight and narrow, or you will not last. Slick Rick told y'all, good night.
Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box, Chris. Out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box, Chris. 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 Knock him out the box, Chris. Knock him out the box, Chris.
That's gonna be my opener of any lecture.
Knock him out the box, Chris.
That's gonna be my opening for any lecture. Let me share something with y'all with that song. That's KRS-One. And the weird part is, I saw 19 Keys. We was at the theater. He was at the theater in Philly called the High Level Conversation. Y'all can share this to him too. The weird part is, like, people ask me, pressure is going to make these people. And that's why I was on Boyce Watkins' show. It was pressure, Brother Latiz. It was pressure of the people that made him have me on his show. And that was the last time I was on Boyce Watkins' show. So I answered your question. It was pressure, brother. And he was kind of shocked at what I knew. So you can share this to Boyce Watkins too. So also with 19 Keys, right? He was in Philadelphia and I just happened to be in Philly with my newborn son. And I called 19 Keys. I said, yo, I heard you in Philly. And he said, oh, you want to come on? So, and I called Brother Taj up and said, Taj, you want to get on that? Come to the night, to the event in Philly. And out of the 15, 16 minutes I spoke and I brought Taj on the stage, everybody gravitated towards what Brother Taj and I were talking about. It was crazy as hell. That was crazy as hell. Out of everybody in that audience. But see, 19 Keys in them, they are linked. I gotta be honest, bro. I gotta be freaking honest. The only reason why most of these people that y'all see on social media have so much of a following is because their connection to an organization. The reason why you have people who follow these people is because most of these cats are in the Nation of Islam too. That's just the reality, people. I'm just keeping it 100. I gotta be honest with you. That's why. That's why. That's just a fact. If I'm wrong, then check me. So the only reason why the audience that you may have, I'm talking to all of them that's in that group, is because of the connection to the Nation of Islam. If it was not for the connection of Islam, or keep saying the Most Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that's why they have to say that. You don't hear me keep saying, well, Noble Drew Ali. Nah, bro, I don't do all that. I don't do that. They got to say, and I respect the Most Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I've been in the Nation of Islam as a young guy. But I don't praise nobody for an audience, bro. I don't have to do that. I'm being 100. I don't have to say stuff like that. But I do know that when we were at the event in the theater on Broad Street, I brought Taj on the feed. 19 Keys has a powerhouse team because of that. Because of that. I'm not here to knock him, but I want you to understand where they get their audience from. What are their talking points? What are they doing to empower people? So when we was at the event, that was the song I supposed to came out on. So some reason, magically, the song was messed up. That was the song I supposed to came out on, Knock Him Out the Box, because that's how I felt. I was going to knock him out the box. Right? He definitely has a team that makes it easier. Exactly. He has a team to make. I wish I could get a team like that, but I can't sell y'all anything. I have to be realistic. But the thing about with me, people want to come around me to drain me. Don't ask me what do I need. I can't call y'all and say, yo, I need a flight somewhere, and y'all just drop $1,000 on me. You follow me? If we can make it more easier for me to get to these particular places, then it can happen. But what happens with our people is that when we do stuff for somebody, right, they'll say, well, I did this for Sabir and I did that for Sabir and I paid for that and I paid for this. You're supposed to pay. KRS-One would always tell me stuff like, if you do for the community's supposed to do for you. KRS-One would always say this. He did. So if you do for me, don't throw it up in my face and say, well, what you did, what did you get out of that? And this is why I said, don't try to contact me for anything. If you want me to speak somewhere, I'm open. My email is, everything is on the bottom of there. And I do classes every Sunday, webinars every Sunday for only $65. You can purchase something or you can donate to something. It's that simple. I can see through everybody's BS, everybody's bull. And Tony, if I'm lying about anything, Tony know me for years, damn near 30 years, 35, maybe longer. Tony know me. Tony, I'm gonna be real with you. He know me probably when in my hustle days, but didn't know I was hustling. In my hustle days, it probably didn't know I was hustling because I was that quiet. Because I'm the type of person that sit back and I watch everybody and I examine them. I'll be like, nigga, nah, dude, no. So the reason why most of these groups have the audience that they have, one, they pay for their audience, they pay for their blue checks, right? Or they're part of an organization or somebody that's part of an organization. I, Sabir Bey, don't belong to no organization. I don't. I choose not to be part of an organization. Bobby Hemmett used to always say, this is no time to join no organization. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett. This is no time to join no organization. So if you want to help me, y'all can help me by supporting and donating and sharing these videos out. Nah, brother, you say I need the blue check. Let me tell you something about this blue check. I did real radio. You can Google me. I did real radio. I didn't do Blog Talk or YouTube. So I did film. If you go to my IMDb, let me just help you out, fam. And so tell them to do this. And I did radio and I had newspapers. Bear with me. Let me just help y'all out. Well, let me help y'all out. So you're right. I do need a blue check, but you got to go through a whole process for a blue check. But let me just help y'all out. You can Google this yourself, okay? That's called IMDb for y'all that don't know what that is. So I'll let y'all read that for a second, okay? So if you want to know about me, that's all you got to do is Google me, right? So these cats pay for blue checks. That's my IMDb. Producer, the whole 9 yards, okay? You better Google Sabir Bey. So bear with me. These are radio shows, and there's more of these. These are my masters of radio shows. Not Blog Talk, not YouTube. These are radio shows. So I don't pay for blue checks. For what? Why would you pay when it comes from the heart? KRS-One song. Why would you pay when it comes from the heart? They are paying for your attention. So this is the key. If y'all not paying attention, all of this stuff is falling to the side. If y'all notice it. You notice that? Everything is collapsing. So they have to pull and make up things to actually get your attention. I'm not for that. You can book me tomorrow on any platform and watch how I perform. Book me on any platform tomorrow, and off the top of my kafaya, you're going to see me spit it. You're going to see me spit it with no fear. They fear. And this is why someone asked me, Do you think these cats, they DM me and said, do you think these cats are intimidated by you, Sabir? I don't know what they are. I really don't know if they are or not. But I keep trying to tell you, if you gamble, you better put your money on me because I'm not going to lose. And nothing arrogant about me. I'm just letting you know how it is. I've done a lot for a lot of people in this conscious community, and I'm sitting back and I'm watching all of this stuff unfold. Let me show you something else for the record, okay, y'all? And if you want this, I can actually send this to y'all right now. I trademark Knowledge Versus. If y'all go Google that, I trademark that. Knowledge Versus is trademarked by me. Okay? So, bear with me 1 second. If you want this video, I have this available also. You can pay $40 at YouTube. Cash App or PayPal. Cash App or PayPal, I can send this to you. But pay attention. You can get it directly through your email.
Gather round.
King Smalls and KRS One. Good word.
Think bigger. Think bigger.
This is about life. Real life.
No, Smalls, you can go ahead and talk, Smalls. Go ahead, brother Smalls. It's complicated, bro. Seriously, you gotta make it that complicated, beloved. Seriously.
No, it's actually what I'm trying to do is show how we see reality, how we look at things. Like if you just look at my album title, it's gonna look like Imam Crew 12. And so you'll say, what the hell is Imam Crew? What is this word? And then you start to sound it out. I am a, and then when you realize I am AMCRU12, there's an opening to your awareness that instead of me just naming the album, between the protests or now hear this, so on. This album causes you to think before you even listen to the album.
Y'all not hearing?
Before you even listen to it, this is gonna catch your mind. You're gonna have to adjust your mind to even approach this project, and that's what the project is really gearing toward. Straight MCing, straight rhymes, just like that. Skill mastery is what I'm pointing toward. An old Booker T. Washington philosophy, about, he was criticized for it heavily, where Booker T would say, get your skills up, plant your shovel right where it is. Like Africans need to have skills. Like instead of asking for civil rights with no skill, first get the skill, then ask for the civil rights. He got blasted by W.E.B. Du Bois and stuff, but at the end of the day, we see that philosophy actually panned out. It's just panning out. It's like, we are vastly becoming a skillless people. Everyone is. Not just Black folk, but everyone. Technology is moving faster than the character of humanity.
He goes fast enough, you think he's in rhythm, but he's moving them one at a time. But the African is moving all of these body parts all at the same time.
So how can I be against my own people?
Polyrhythm.
How can I be against my own people, brother? When I got all of these people here, y'all can get it for $40, baby. $40. Hit it up. So I'm gonna do this real fast while I take this quick break. Please share this out. If you want to join the feed, join the feed. If you want that, cash at me $40. Leave your email, and if you want the class for this Sunday, I'm only taking 10 people. Cash at me, leave me your number, or PayPal it. It works. For this is $40. I can email this to you right now. Are y'all ready? So this is what KRS-One was talking about. And we're working on doing another one for this next year in February. I might do it in person with him. So let's go. This is what KRS-One was talking about. Share it out, y'all. Let's go.
IMAMC. Are you one too? You spell it out as each letter I say. 1-2. That's the title of the project that I'm sending to you. It's a message to MCs that whatever you do, keep your skills tight. The future is dependent on you. Never spit for only money or what they handing to you. Spit for the people. Try to predict what your man gonna do. Get hungry on them. Look at rappers with a cannibal view. I roll with an animal crew and we battle the few. But these days, I'm party activists through cypher style, getting it in with a spectacular view. You ain't attacking the crew. In fact, we clapping at you. I wish they would so I could snap these rappers in two. I be rapping from the south up the Kalamazoo, smacking rappers around like the tennis rackets they do. I be spitting what's legitimate, factual, actual, and true. Put the mic down for another sound I'm not gonna do. I was there in the beginning, I'll be there when it's through. I am a MC, are you one too? I am a MC, are you one too? If you got a chance to spit it, what you gonna do? I'm too hot to handle, too hot for fans too. When I spit my MC like they say, we cram to understand you. I stay hot like the Sudan do. Open your mind, I plan to. With real knowledge, nothing you can't do. Knowledge reigns supreme on these fakers I trample. Show up at the spot while they rumble and ramble. Pull out the wax, burn these rappers down like a candle. Watching them scramble, this is just a little example. The street teacher type, at the peak of hype, the leader type. The street preacher type, culture keeper, divine speaker type. Truth seeker type, deeper type, seeking freedom type, the eager type. KRS-One, that's what he is like. Making sure the family eating right while we seeking light. Real skill when I squeeze the mic, you're gonna see tonight. 146 in Broadway, that's the throwback. Broadway RT 86, that's where the show's at. Jump on the mic with no skill, you get your nose cracked. Me, I was drilling them, killing them, man, you know that. All across 110th Street, Bobby Womack. Youngin' saying that's the OG, that's that old cat. That's the teacher speaking that new rap and old rap. I'm giving you your heritage back, youngin', hold that.
Y'all asked me why he didn't reach out to me. 19 Keys got my number. He got my number. We both live out here in California.
I am a MC, are you one too? I like the sound of it. Only a few heads ever come around this shit. No getting around this shit, I'm pounding it. When I add rock, I get so beastie, boy. I start growling spit. You drowning in it. My flow is like the OG Kush. You loving every ounce that you get. I made it out of the pit. No clam and no glit. This middling spit. You drowning in it. My flow is like the OG Kush. You loving every ounce that you get. I made it out of the pit. No clam and no glit. This may be Run's house, but I'm the handyman pulling hammers real quick. You can't touch this with a hand or a grip. Rappers avoiding the smoke like a cigarette after it's lit. I spit the tactical, mathematical, actual shit. After I spit, it's a grip I'm about to go get. Got skills? You a rapper? This the question for you. I am a MC. Are you one too? Turn to your friends if they spit it. Ask them too. I am a MC. Are you one too?
Listen, the one thing I could say to you, I'm not here. You can't save everybody. And I'm not even here to save everybody. But I do have a mission. And I do have a calling. But again, a lot of these cats that y'all see is going to definitely get stoned because they know what they're doing is wrong. You know it deep down in your heart. You cannot play this man's game and think that you're going to come out on top. And I'm going to keep giving that young sister that's in Gaza her props for doing what she's doing without getting paid, and have to watch bombs and family members and bodies of 30,000 people, babies, women, killed every day in Gaza. 23, 24 years old, thrown into journalism. And we got all these black people that's here because of jealousy and envy and hate amongst our own people. We have so much jealousy, envy, and hate. If someone's great at what they do, I will reach out to you and say, yo, this person is thorough. Bring this person here. That's how I am. And if anybody ever watched me, then you know that's my thing. But Karen told me that. She said, you need to stop promoting everybody and promote yourself because you helped a lot of people out. So I never had that jealousy and envy in my heart like we are in this, what you would call conscious community. I never had that. And I asked everybody to support right now. How many of y'all went there and supported? Everything is right at the bottom of here. if you notice. You can purchase the lecture with KRS One and James Smalls for $40. You can't wait to the day of to join my class on Sunday. You can't wait to the day of. It's not going to happen. You have to buy the replay. So I don't even know what else do people want from me. I really don't. I'm getting people from overseas more so hitting me up right now. And I'm like, God damn, how can I get all these people from overseas reaching out to me? What about our people here? Could somebody help me out? Tony, could you help me out, brother? Tell me what it is, brother. Tell me what it is. I don't even know. Could somebody help me on Instagram, TikTok, and tell me what is our problem? Why do we hate so much because I'm not following the rules? Let me share something with y'all. How many of y'all have this Rex 84? Bear with me. How many of y'all have this right here, the Rex 84?
I do.
You got it, right? Let me ask y'all. If y'all scared to answer, people, please get off my feed then. It's okay, because I'm asking questions. And this is what it says, closed mouths don't get fed. How many of y'all have this? Because if you really read it, trust me, it's a lot that's in there. You can get this also. I do have the whole book. Keep trying to say, I got everything for you if you need it. I got everything for you if you need it. Oh, it's right here. Right? But if you read, I had this for 26, 27 years. 26, 27 years, I had this whole book. This whole book, right? And I put it in a PDF format. And I email it to people who want it. I can email it to you. But the crazy part is, if you really read this, and again, y'all, I don't think y'all are sharing this out enough. Please share this out on Twitter or X. If you have X, if you have Twitter, keep repeating this in rotation. Tweet it out to these people. So, because most of us have never had anything, so when we get something, we hold on to it. That is so true. My mother raised like 9 of us in the same house. So maybe, I guess, I don't know. My mom, listen, we thought we was the Jackson 5 boys, 5 boys, and the rest of them was girls. Listen, we thought we was the Jackson 5 in that house. You ever hear 2300 Jackson Street? We had 2200 Catherine Street. Hey, Tone, where my man Tony at? Tony know my whole family, bro. True rap. So we had 2200 Catherine Street. They was 2300 Jackson Street. Listen, we had everybody was in our house, boy. Our house was the house to be in besides the next block. But no, I'm being real with y'all. So my father, to his death, my mother and him was married for 54 years of that. So we had, but the thing about it though, I never want to take anything from somebody. I didn't hear stuff with people with cats that y'all watch that said, oh, Sabir is coming in the room to take my light. Brother, if your light is shining, don't ever worry about me taking your light, because I went in the room and said, don't even say my name. And y'all watch this particular person every day. He may be looking at this video. Y'all watch him. So he made a comment one time and said, I was coming in, which I was going into a store, and he said, you coming to take my light? Nah, brother, I ain't coming to take no light. I be trying to be quiet as hell. Shout out to my sister Margaret. So let me read to you what this says in the Rex 84, just in case I never read this before. And this is why I'm talking about Joy DeGruy and that sister that did the 1619 project, and most of these black people that's in these positions. This says, keep the adult public attention diverted away from real social issues and captivate them by matters of no real importance. Schools, keep the young public ignorant of real mathematics, real economics, real law, and real history. All these are happening, right? So if I had this document for 26, 27 years, right? Do you think I just made this up? And it came out in 1969? If this came out in 1969 and I had it for over 26, 27 years, not bits and pieces of it, the whole book. Keep the young public ignorant of real mathematics, real economics, real law, and real history. All of this is happening. Entertainment. And this is how most of the people get into these colleges, by grants. And what else? What's the other thing they do? Grants. I'm not knocking you again. Don't take offense. But I want you to understand they will actually give you these things because also most black people get in certain positions because of affirmative action. Oh, I know this is hard. Not what your skills are, is about affirmative action. If I'm wrong, then let's have a conversation with Joy DeGruy or anybody else, or Dr. Greg Carr or Karen Hunter, and let's ask these questions. How did you get where you at? Is it because of what you know or your knowledge? Because of affirmative action. Why not get into school? Because of your skills or what you know. Entertainment. Keep the public entertained below a 6th grade level. That's why we all talk about sports. Now let's go to nature now. Keep the public busy with no time to think back on the farm with the other animals. And this is just reality. We are so worried about everybody else, even that, like, people been hitting me up about TG Snakes, right? I said, let whatever TG Snakes got going on, it's going to come to the light. I'm not going to it's not breaking news to me. What's going on with TD Jakes is nothing new to us. It's truly not. We know a lot of pastors that's gay. We know a lot of pastors that's in the Masonic Lodge. It's nothing new. But I understand the mindset of our people because we think like children. Our mindsets are like children. No common sense and no critical thinking. No logic. No reasoning. No saying, well, why are we calling ourselves black people? When knowing that black is an adjective. But you'll click another channel and say, well, brother, it's black power, it's black pride, it's black. It's no. We are in, what's the day of Kwanzaa today, y'all? What's Kwanzaa Day? What's up, Yusef? What is the day of Kwanzaa today? Kukachakalini? What's the day in Kwanzaa, y'all? Come on, y'all. I see y'all on my feed. Come on, y'all. Let's get these likes up. What's the day today's for Kwanzaa?
I don't know, man.
This made up day. Come on. Do you know, how about if we was in Kwanzaa, right? And we broke down the 7 days. The 7 days. Is it 7 days of Kwanzaa, right? 7 days of Kwanzaa, right? Come on, y'all. I see y'all on my back. Come on, y'all. Don't get offended. I'm just being real with y'all. What is it? 7 days of Kwanzaa?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. I'm gonna
7 days.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up, brother, because some of these people in their feelings like a mug. And again, I don't think I'm saying anything that's hateful, that's incorrect, but I'm pushing you to actually have these conversations for Kwanzaa since y'all celebrate it. How about at Kwanzaa, we did this? I know, you know what Frantz Fanon said in his book? Black people have 2 different languages. One they speak around Europeans and one they speak around our own people. I can't make this up. This is in his book. One that we speak around Europeans, white people, and one that you speak around our own people. I don't switch up. So listen, how about giving the 7 days of the week? Michael L, Raphael, Samuel L, all of the ills, the 7 days of the week. It's 7 days, 7 angels. Oh, that's too far-fetched for y'all, right? That's too far-fetched. You think this is something I'm making up out of my crazy head? Because you don't know the science and what's going on? It's the 7 days of the week, the 7 angels.
I found Kujichagulia, self-determination, Ujima, collective work and responsibility, Ujamaa, cooperative economics, Nia, a purpose, Kuumba, creativity, and
Hold up. Let's stop right there. Which one is purpose?
Self-determination, I guess.
Let me ask y'all a serious question. Seriously, I want y'all to get the educators on it. What is your purpose? Do you know your purpose? And you may be living your purpose and not even realizing that you live in your purpose. But let me make this very simple for y'all. And I'm asking this question for all of you from TikTok to Instagram. What's your purpose? Maybe your purpose is to be a troll. Right? But if you don't know your purpose in life, someone's going to put you to work because they know what their purpose is. Let me say this to you. That going right back to what I said in the beginning of what I said. Some things you have to suffer from. You really have to suffer. And I have suffered. I have suffered. I told you people want me to stop, but I won't stop. This is my purpose in life, is to do what I do. And this is why the Moroccan elder told me this. Go find somebody that understands how you are, that knows exactly who you are and what you do. This is what a Moroccan elder told me out here in Little Arabia. If you know this is your purpose, you know you do not allow someone else in to try to divert you to go somewhere else. This is the calling, this is the purpose, and this is your test. If you read the Quran, and if I'm wrong, check me. If you read the Holy Quran, the Quran says that everyone will be challenged. The Quran tells you everyone. I need y'all to hear me. Get out your feelings for a second. Know your purpose. I will never stand in the way of anyone's purpose. I will ignite you to fulfill your purpose. But I can't hold anyone's hand. But if you're wrong, I have to check you. Most of our scholars died with no children. If you have a child, then you'll have a child. But your purpose, you never get off your purpose. You never get off that path, no matter how hard it gets. But if we get people who really back people who are putting the work in and not bitching and saying what you've done for somebody, because your blessings going to come a different way. Your blessings, because believe me, if you're around me, you're getting something from me, rather it's from health, whatever it is. So don't tell me what you did for me, because what you did, you should never talk about it or broadcast it. I don't broadcast what I've done for people in this conscious community, but I have to let you know. So if you've done it, it's called zakat. That's what you do, because your blessings will come. It may not come next week. It may not come tomorrow. It may not come next year if you live long enough, but it will come to you in the time that you really need it. And this is why I'm going back to Islam again. And that's why people come into Islam. That's why they come into Islam, because they're looking at what's happening in Gaza. They're looking at what's happening over there in Gaza. That young sister, 23, 24 years old, that was pushed into journalism. And we have all the freedoms that we have today. You are more free here in the United States than anywhere else. So how the hell you ain't doing anything? How? I'm a vegetarian, so I could care less about not eating. I don't even eat the garbage that y'all eat. I don't. I'm fine. I can go. I haven't had chicken in so long, I wouldn't even know what the hell that tastes. I'll probably get sick if I eat it. If I eat beef, I may get sick. But I want you to understand, everyone on here has a purpose. Shout out to Sonia. Know your purpose in life, because if you don't know your purpose, someone's going to put you to work because they know what their purpose is. Did that make sense? Since we having these Kwanzaa specials, let's have a discussion about purpose. What is your purpose? Because y'all not ready for freedom, nor are you ready to suffer. And that's just the reality. And that's why they can keep selling you books like Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. That's why they can sell you the 1619 Project. But what if I told you this? Right? Because we're not in tune with nature. A friend of mine, he's like a nephew to me. He just passed away in Philadelphia 5 months ago. He was killed. Y'all think y'all got it bad? You ain't got it bad. How many of y'all ever went to Philadelphia? It's an area called Needle Park. How many of y'all familiar with that in Philadelphia? It ain't Skid Row. Nah. I live in California. I know the difference. Unless you walk through Needle Park in Philadelphia, in Kensington, and then you came down here in LA, you would know the difference in it. How many of y'all familiar with this thing called Needle Park? Y'all probably saw it on YouTube. I went up there 2 or 3 times. I'm born and raised in Philadelphia. How many of y'all ever went there? Y'all should Google that. How many of y'all went to Needle Park? I'm explaining something to y'all. I'm gonna show you how. You never been there, right? Let me tell you something, bro. I've been in some crazy places, from Turkey to Tunis and all over, right? There's a place in Philadelphia, and if you look it up, they say that's the worst of ever. The worst part in the world, in America. It's called Needle Park, right? So Needle Park is an area, and it was wild because I was talking to my nephew about this. That's a community. I don't know if you know that or not. Black folks don't have no community. You know why? I'm gonna prove my point in 1 second, okay? And that's why I said these type of conversations that we should be having. These conversations. What is a black community? Come on, y'all, talk to me. Tony, you keep coming on. You want to say something, brother? Because Tony's from Philly. Unmute your mic.
No, I have nothing to say. You're on point.
Right? We know Needle Park, right? We know Needle Park. So Needle Park is so crazy that when I go up there, I'll be having to watch out what I'm stepping on because it's needles all on the motherfucking ground. All on the ground. But my nephew and I was talking today. He said they created that area for them. If you go to my YouTube, Sabir Bay YouTube channel, and punch in Needle Park, you'll see me up there. You'll literally see a dude sitting there shooting up. I was filming him as he's sitting there and the needle in his mother freaking arm, nigga, like straight up. So don't ever talk about my journalism. I'm in these neighborhoods and I'm walking under the bridge in Kensington, looking at needles on the ground and saying, damn, man, kids walk up these streets. But you know what he said? My nephew said to me, they made that area for them. I said, what? Listen to me, fam. Listen, look it up. You want to talk about something? Let's talk about that. And as I'm up there every night, guess who's feeding them and clothing them? Guess who's feeding them and clothing them? Did y'all look it up? Do anybody know who's feeding them and clothing them? It ain't the bougie Negroes. Do anybody know?
Can you repeat that one more time? I didn't hear that part.
Who's up there feeding them and clothing them in Needle Park?
Like the government? I don't know.
No, it's white people.
Nope, it's the churches. They got together and they fed them, but the community were in outrage about them shooting up in their neighborhood. So the city government worked with them to create this neighborhood, whereas they can do it freely.
Do you follow me? What the hell we depending on this system for? But we are crazy. Tony, when I was up there, I'm looking at this nigga. I'm walking there, and you know what they were saying? The lady, when you walk underneath that bridge, which y'all probably would never go to,
out of sight, out of mind.
Yo, let me tell you how crazy. Let me tell you how crazy it was, bro. They said, "Do you want to make some money?" I said, "What the?" I said, "Listen, I'm from here. I'm not a tourist. You ain't gonna see no tour. You ain't gonna see no tourists walking down that motherfucker like I'm literally at nighttime and daytime. I'm walking up there, and I'm looking at. And just to think about this, we are sitting here bitching and moaning while you on a Learjet and running. Like, come on, bro. You mean to tell me that we cannot get rid of drugs, bro? Think about it. You mean it? And that's heroin. It's heroin. And the crazy part, I'm literally in the park recording and talking to the people while these niggas are shooting up in front of me, bro. Like literally. And you think this system is here to help you while niggas are selling you post-traumatic slave syndrome, which you never went through? And talk about slavery, that's something that you yourself didn't go through? I grew up in the heart of Philadelphia. I know these stories, bro. I've seen it. I've been there. You don't hear these cats talking about that, nor do you see any of these people in these trenches, even when I went down to the rally last weekend for Palestine. Where do you see these black people that y'all throwing thousands of dollars at? Where? But you trust them because they sound good, or they paying for a blue check. This is why I said Negroes are hypocrites, bro. We are straight hypocrites, and I'm not here to beat us up, but I want you to understand we will support the nonsense, and the people who's really bringing this, who's really doing journalism, got to go through so much hell and criticism just to tell you, think, use your brain for a minute, use your logic for a minute. the worst place on earth to live in this country that's open prison. And you say the open prison, but then again, that's a whole nother subject. I can talk about an open prison because ain't no prison open, my G. Ain't no prisons open. I'm gonna be real with you. Ain't no prisons open, nigga. They in. You ever sit in a cell 23 and 1? Y'all know what that is? Do anybody know what 23 and 1 is? If you ever went to State Road, I could take you there. I said in CFCF. You 23 hours in your cell and 1 hour out. Let me tell you the story behind this. I was in there. I was in Holmesburg prison. I was in CFCF. I was in detention. They don't even have that no more. I think they took that down. The detention center. That's still there, brother? Is that still there? The detention center is still there? But let me tell you the story behind this.
I believe it's West Philly now.
It's West Philly? See, I don't even know.
I think.
But I do know, I know State Road. So let me tell you how crazy how they do our people. Do you know why they keep people inside of a cell 23 hours out of a day? Do anybody know? It's an area in Seattle. Listen, bro, you ever go to Skid Row? I'm gonna keep telling you. You ever go to Skid Row, fam? Go down Skid Row. It's a total. I know you wouldn't walk through there, but I did it at night and day. I'm from Philly. I'm not afraid from where I grew up at. So why they keep people, and this is psychological. I need y'all. Let's go talk to Joy DeGruy on this, okay? Let's talk to Joy DeGruy on this subject, okay? Or any of these people. Do you know psychologically what they do to you when they keep you inside there? It's not segregation. No. Do you know that you have to go outside to get energy from Ra? Do you know what happens when you in a cell? Why do you think they call it a cell? What happens to a dead cell, Tone? Would your car start?
Nah, it'll try to turn over, but eventually that dead cell will flake away. Wash right off.
So what do you have to do to spark the car up?
Got to get that jump. You get it from the sun.
From the copper or the sun? From Ra. So they keep you away mentally. Now, I can see them having post-traumatic being prison system. Not you Negroes that's on Learjets. Not you Negroes that's on boats. Not that. Joy DeGruy and them are very comfortable, bro, because they got degrees from the white man. Trust me. They all got degrees from the white man. But you didn't go through what we went through. I sat in that cell, brother. Let me tell you how crazy this was. This was years ago. Every time I went to sleep, I was somewhere else. I had an imagination because imagination is the key to everything. Have an imagination. Every time I went to sleep, I thought I was somewhere totally different until I woke up. I know, y'all. That's too much for y'all. It's too much metaphysical stuff for y'all. I know. But no, it happened. I was in there, CFCF, and I was also in the House of Correction. And what other one? The detention center. Detention center is a little small thing. But if you was in Holmesburg prison or CFCF, y'all should look those things up. You sit inside of a pod. A pod. That's what we call it, a pod. And you stay there. And they let you out. And they understand to keep you away from the sun. They know that. So when you get strength from Ra, the sun, that's why in your Bibles, people, it says no man gets to the Father but through the Son, Ra. I know y'all don't want this type of conversation, but this is Kwanzaa, right? But if you think I'm lying about it, let's have a discussion on it. I can shrink it down to 45 minutes or half an hour to make sense out of this. But I'm showing you that the people that y'all watch don't have the heart nor the attention to free you. And they look just like us because what they want is attention. That's what they want. Okay? Segregation is 23 and 1. Trying to tell you, general population, baby. Oh, they know general population. So I could see somebody in there losing their mind. But if you come from that particular era or that piece, this is why the young brothers don't fear of going to jail. I would think that you would be kind of crazy. But none of you Negroes went through slavery. Tell me which one. Which one of these elite people that y'all cheerlead went through slavery? But the crazy part is what I'm catching with them. What I catch with them, they all in the Masonic Lodge. I told you this. Y'all know them, and y'all scared to address these people. Y'all know exactly who they are. They Eastern Stars. Eastern Stars are their Masons, and they go through a whole ritual. A ritual. They get hit in the head and they fall back into a blanket, which is symbolism of Hiram Abiff. You are Hiram. You black man, you're Hiram. You've been hitting your head in the North Gate and dug in the shadow grave. And this is what is happening with our people right now. We've been hit in the head, Hiram. You Moors that keep calling yourself black. You've been hit in the head and knocked unconscious and dug in the shadow grave.
Sabir,
Mm.
I read somewhere. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The three knocks is fanaticism, democracy, and intolerance. That
I don't know where you
I
got
don't.
that from. Hiram Abiff was Hiram Abiff. The three
Yeah.
ruffians had hit Hiram in the head and put him in a shadow grave. But we are in a shadow grave. But if we in that shadow grave, you could be raised up from a dead level to an upright perpendicular straight up on the square. There is no such thing as angels, people. We looking at this. This is the crazy part about our people. They created this angel thing with us. They created it. They created angels. Black angel, you ain't never see a black angel, but you got a white angel, right? So the angles or the angels are this is the all right angles. All right angles, which is your 45-degree angles. Each square that you stand on, each square is a 45-degree angle. Make me out of a liar. You on a 45-degree angle. That's why you stand like this. Go to every corner and see how you stand. And then look at the compass in the square. Then look at the mortarboard that you put on your head when you graduate from college, which is nothing but a fez that the Moors wear. It ain't nothing but a fez. And the fez is 360 degrees. Oh, you think I'm playing? There's no symbols on here, brother. There's no symbols on this. It's 45-degree angles, 360. And you graduate from college and call it a cap and gown when it's called a mortarboard. It's a mortarboard, which holds knowledge, not religion. It's supposed to hold knowledge. Knowledge. So I know where Joy DeGruy and all of these people get their knowledge from. And it's from it's a whole story. It's a Jewish guy behind it. I don't know if you know that or not, but I'll get this information later on. Do the research. The ones that's going into these universities is by an Ashkenazi Jew. Make me out of a liar. I'm telling you, if I come back on later on, I'll bring it to you. I'll bring it to you. And this is why they will give you all their degrees. And if we were smart, and this is not pun, but give me 1 second. I hope y'all all right with me. So bear me 1 second, okay? I'm going to pull something up, and I want y'all to see what I'm going to show you, okay? Give me 1 second. But we don't want Sabir over here, brother. He's talking too much. Give me 1 second. I hope y'all sharing this out. There is a chapter in the book called Critical Thinking. And in the book, it says, always beat a person by definition. You can always beat someone by definition. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but by definition. So if I say degree means to take away from your agree, I'm not playing with words, and nor is it pun, or none of that. It's none of that. It means what it is. Degree means to take away from your agree. Defrost, derail, denounce, disconnect, discontinue. Is it right here? 1 second. I don't know if this is it or not. Give me 1 second. don't know what just happened, but it's loading. Give me 1 second. I don't know what just happened to my computer, but yo, what the hell? It's froze on me. Damn. All right, we back. So we back, yo. So bear with me, all right. So I don't know what just happened, but it is what it is. We back. So again, a lot of your people that's in these lodges and these Masonic places, they're the ones that's keeping stuff from you. They're the ones. It's not Sabir Bey. And this is why, again, people are coming to Islam, is because it's not being pushed on you, because there's something about Islam that makes you want to come to it. So let me go back and see if I can find this definition for you. Is it here? Give me 1 second. Here it is. So this is in a book called Introduction to Critical Thinking. So you can always beat your opponent with definitions. So if I just told you by definition, degree means to take away from your agree, defrost, derail, denounce. So when you talk about you have a degree, it's not Sabir Bey that's making this up. I can walk y'all through the history. Again, y'all, please join the classes on Sunday, and please show your love. Let's have a love offering. Okay, can we do that? My stuff is acting up, y'all, so y'all gotta hurry up and get in where you fit in. But you can always beat your opponent with an argument by dealing with definition. I didn't write this. This is what they're being taught in the Ivy League schools on debating. This is why I said the conscious people that you watch are non-debatable in my book. They're non-debatable in Sabir Bey's book. Non-debatable. Non-debatable. None. So by definition, degree means to take away from your agree. It's called common sense. Defrost, derail, denounce, dislike, dismiss. DE. But I know this is going to fall on deaf's ear for all of you. because you know why? You don't want responsibility. So let's move a little further. So I want y'all to share this out to Joy DeGruy and them. Okay? Let's move forward in this. I saw this also, and this is what you black folks focus on. Ethiopian says Black Americans' minds are trapped into black and white. Do you think this is true? How can I be on here for 2 hours and I only got the same two brothers that's on my feed? Just think about it. How could I be on here for 2 hours and I only have the two brothers that's on my feed, and we got all of these smart people that's sitting around in the background watching this video? We should be here. It's Kwanzaa, right? No, I think people have a sense of protection by joining Islam. Nope, it's not it. That's not it, B. That's totally incorrect. Totally incorrect. Because the crazy part is, who go to jail? Is it Christians or Muslims? If you're talking about the jail thing, who go to jail? You go into jail being what? Is it a Christian or a Muslim?
Maybe Christians going to jail.
Okay, so it's a Christian that's going to jail, right? So when you inside jail, you become what? A Muslim. Listen, man, y'all don't get it yet? You don't go in jail a Muslim, you go in jail a Christian. Oh, y'all not ready for this. I keep trying to tell you, Sabir Bey is not the one you want to box with, B. You don't want to box with me because you're going to lose this playing with me, homie. You're going to lose. Let's move forward. Let's see.
Topic of nationality.
Let's blow this up. And I got to take a quick intermission before we go further, but let's play this video for y'all, okay? Let's do this. Can we do this? Let's go. Let's share it out, y'all. Let's go.
Why is it that the topic of nationality seems to be a forbidden fruit within the Black conscious community? A topic so fundamental yet so conspicuously absent from the dialogues of foundational Black Americans, Pan-Africans, Cometians, and others. Why is it that these thought leaders, these influencers, these voices of enlightenment avoid speaking on the topic of nationality? One might wonder if there is a conscious effort to keep this topic under wraps. Is there a hidden agenda at play here? Could it be that the silence around nationality is not merely an oversight, but a deliberate act? In the vast world of the Black conscious community, discussions range from historical achievements to current social issues, from cultural identity to spiritual awakening. Yet when it comes to nationality, a defining aspect of our identity, there is a deafening silence. Could it be possible that these voices we look up to are being incentivized to keep the topic of nationality off their platforms? It's a thought that might seem far-fetched, yet it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility. After all, we live in a world where money often dictates the narrative. Could it be that discussing nationality would affect their paychecks, disturb their revenue streams, or upset their financial apple carts? Maybe, just maybe, there is a fear that broaching the topic of nationality would open a Pandora's box of legal implications and questions about status. Perhaps it's easier to stick to the same narrative to avoid rocking the boat too much. After all, it's much safer to tell than to show, to speak than to delve into the intricacies of law or status. It's a curious thing to ponder, isn't it? The lack of discussion around nationality within the Black conscious community. A community that prides itself on promoting awareness, knowledge, and truth, yet seems to shy away from one of the most defining aspects of our identities. And so, it begs the question, isn't it time for them to come clean with their audience? Isn't it time for these voices to break the silence, to address the elephant in the room, to start a conversation around nationality? The next time you find yourself on their feed, scrolling through their content, listening to their words, challenge them. Ask them why they skip over this all-important topic. Ask them why they choose to silence the discussion around nationality. In a world where knowledge is power, it's time to question the silence. It's time to demand answers. It's time to break the silence on nationality within the Black conscious community. Because if not now, then when? And if not us, then who?
So next time y'all go to a Kwanzaa special, y'all, ask the question at the Kwanzaa special, right? Why y'all not talking about nationality? Did that sound fair? Next time you go to a Kwanzaa special, ask them this question. That's one of our AIs that we're working on. Okay. Okay. I don't know why this up here, but anywho. So ask them this question. Why aren't you talking about nationality? So I'm gonna ask y'all a question before I continue. Are y'all tired of me yet? You want me to go?
Yeah,
Are y'all
keep
tired
going,
of me yet?
Shabir. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, how about this part? How about everybody right now support right at the bottom? My email is right there, Sabir Bay Radio. My donate button is there. Cash App and the PayPal is right there. And if you want to join my Sunday classes, you can actually pay right now $65, and I'm only taking 10 people. And again, all the recordings are for sale also. So if you want to, at this particular moment, I'm gonna take an intermission, brother, before I continue. Okay. So if you want to support me, I know y'all see it going across the screen, and I'll take one question from anybody on his feed. So if you believe that this is pseudo, then I'm gonna give you the opportunity to get on my feed, and I'm gonna say, if you try to ask me 1,000 questions, I'm gonna say to you, join my classes on Sunday. And it's going to be open for everybody on Sundays, but you got to pay on Sunday, not on Sunday, but before Sunday. So go right now. And if you just want to say, love, brother, I love your content, I want to donate to you. So I'm open for any kind of Kwanzaa specials while we're still here. I'm not knocking it, but I just want y'all to say, let's try something a little different. Okay? So please support right now. Let's go. Let's ask. Oh, y'all. Hold on, the Fifth Element.
You already know, man. Chris Cersei.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, it's bringing me out the dark, the dark, the dark.
June 20th for Gemini's born. Ain't no secret, I'm murdering anything I get on. Ain't no reason for surgery, silence so we can mourn. I literally leave a murder scene every time I perform. It's a state of emergency, been a bit of disturbance. Artists showing no courtesy, rappers out of his form. Should be locked up for perjury, line about what you're doing. Selling your soul for currency, anything to get on. Hell is for an eternity, hope you know where you're going. The industry full of wannabes, never will I conform. Light years ahead of you rappers, that's how they flowing. And half of the ones that got it don't even know what they doing. You out of rapping as whack as the rappers that you influence. So backwards half of the time, don't know if you're coming or going. Your lack of passion for rap is the reason rap has been ruined. The fashion is where your passion is, that's what you should be doing. They claim they cut from the fabrics that they paint in their drawings, but soon as they get the eating your back and touching your growing. So riddle me, how many rappers physically drizzle with the ability that can mess with me lyrically, mimic or even mirror me? Hella freeze over literally, wildebeest with the similes, metaphors and agility. Little you to belittle me, jealous of what I'm willed to be. Still a beast with the killer speech. If it's mental, then it'll be typically easy as me on top of this instrumental beat. I'm a problem, admit it, you scared, I'ma make it hard to eat. Still a gorilla, kill it, retardedly, solemnly swore that I will go get it. Scared when you ought to be called a priest if you really should kill a prayer. And prophecy follows me through the wilderness. Father put me where I should be. Pray that the shorties follow me, but I ain't follow Chuck D. Give them vision so they can see, but Waka Flocka to them is who B.I.G. was to me. Tupac on that hologram could never replace the grief, and had he still been alive, you rappers would never be. Don't act as if you surprised, you know it as well as me. Just happen to be the guy that reported on the CD. I listen to artists and be like, man, he listen to me. Still your ingredients, but they don't want to let you eat. Got friends that's envious of the talent cause I'm a beast. Mad at me for reaching the levels that I didn't reach. Fell off, I wasn't ready to feast. I walked away from the table and Drizzy said in the sea, knock it off with the fables for you put me to sleep. Gemstones for life's the logo with the speech. These artists are so they just hiding behind the beat. The production is dope though, so it's harder for you to peep, and you fall for the bozos, spitting balls like they ain't weak on these blogs, and got the nerve to be salty your chief keys. The way the industry dog and these elites, I'm appalled. Got the people in all like these beats, and they frauds. They'll hop on anything dog with a sweet lead, like a fraud. Oh, we mentally all in a deep sleep. They've offended me, all of these bleeps with the guard to think they gon' limit me all cause I speak deep, but I'm Jaws. I'll eat anything, no, I'm with these teeth through the walls of this weak industry target. marketing these seats for the cause until I diminish them all or they retreat or dissolve. I'm academically out of these voids reach. I've evolved, destroy any beat, blogging and retweet. I'll be dogging till I'm frozen a coffin and deceased. Lyrical miracle since they cut my umbilical. Still a fool with the syllables. Guess you think I'm spiritual. I will cook up a batch of these bomb atomic the chemicals. Pick up a scoop and sling it right at you like some gorilla proof. Kill a shoot if you feel like you drill. I hope you gorilla proof. Still the truth. I suggest that you kneel and stoop. I can feel a new devil's poop. Boy, I kill the proof just as easy as peeling fruit. Pitiful. I should still on you for misleading our little youth.
You're gonna wish
You're gonna wish you
never had met me.
all you rappers,
Tears are gonna fall,
all you rappers,
rolling in the deep.
all you fake
You're gonna wish you
MCs.
never had met me. Tears are gonna
That's
fall,
misleading our youth.
rolling in the deep.
Talking about the cars y'all ain't got.
Come on and feed and talk.
Crap
Stop
that you never
typing.
saw.
Come on and feed and talk. Come on, let's
Tears
come on
of
and feed and talk.
Neighborhoods that you know you can't go in.
Rolling in the deep.
You ain't real.
You're gonna wish you
Be yourself.
never had met me.
It's
Tears are
gemstones.
gonna fall,
It ain't no question who's the elephant in the room.
you're gonna wish
You gonna wish you never met me.
never had met me.
Shout out to Adele.
Tears are gonna fall,
You already know what it is.
rolling in the deep.
Gemstones for life.
You keep articulating yourself. Shout out to Chi-Town, man. What? Stop typing, people. Come on the feed and talk. Y'all might as well get with each other, right? And have a conversation privately on y'all Facebooks. This is open. Nobody's going to keep reading. We want to hear from you. Okay? We want to hear from you. All right. So hit the link and then let everybody hear. Because I'm not going to keep switching or keep pulling up these comment boxes when you can actually come on the feed and articulate it yourself. Okay. So let's move forward. So if we would sit back and literally have a real conversation about this, give me 1 second. Let me pull something up for y'all. That was my brother Gemstones from Chicago. So give me 1 second. Let me see if I spell this word right. Hopefully I spelled it right. I think I spelled it right. Here we go. So let me ask y'all a question. Again, I don't do this for my health, y'all, so I ask y'all to support what I'm doing. Okay. I do classes also, but let me pull something up for you. How many of y'all ever saw this before or witnessed this? I mean, y'all probably, if you've been watching my show. How many of y'all ever heard of this right here? The Moorish Head in Alicante. You know how much content we can have, brother, and for Kwanzaa? Do you know when I was in Spain, I saw all of this when I was in Spain? How many of y'all ever saw this before? You see this? The Moorish Head?
I see it.
Look who's up here talking about it. The Moorish legends in Alicante. Look who's up here talking about this. I can't make this up, bro.
European.
It's always a European. If I brought this to you, you will argue with me. Why is there more space in Alicante Castle? Come on, man. We got to do better than this, B. We could listen. I want to talk to that sister that wrote the book, 1619 Project, and Dr. Joy DeGroot, since they love the titles. Why is it always a European that's writing about our stuff? Well, brother, we ain't gonna do with us, but those Arabs are Moors, brother. Arabs, the Moors are Arabs, brother. They're the light-skinned people. So let me ask y'all, how many of y'all ever saw this before? Remember what I told you before, bro? Everything they got it from us. Where do you think they get the terminology or the term Mount Rushmore from? Where? It's nothing that this European, because it's nothing that this European invented. He stole everything from you. But if I can remove you, right, from the history of you being the Moor and give you the slave syndrome, you only think about none of this. Now, y'all know I'm always in Spain, right? So when you see people pull this up, make sure they say, well, why don't you reach out to Sabir? He can tell you a little bit more about the Alicante, the Moorish Head. Why is it, right, It is always a European. And so what they're going to do is come back to the States or come to the States and be your teacher and tell you you have nothing to do with them because they was Arabs. They were Arabs over there. And you were nothing but a slave. So we can pull all these brilliant minds in the room, bruh. All of these educated black people in the room and really sit down and have a discussion. Maybe we can fix a lot of these problems. Maybe we can. But y'all don't want solutions. You big up on people with degrees. I don't know why I keep running across that, but bear with me. Right? We big up on people with degrees. Let me show you something also. This is a map. This is one of the oldest maps, brother. This is in my book. And it was by a brother. The map of the world was known to the Arabs by 1154. See, but do you see how much information, brother, that we can have conversations on?
Yeah,
How many?
We can talk about so many things, but we still talk about the same.
We talking about the same thing, selling the same thing, got the same functions, right? So the map of the world was by an Arab Muslim by the name of Idrisi. Idrisi. This is a map book. So when you see Arabs, you should ask the question, what Arabs are we talking about? So you want to come again with Islam? Do y'all really want to come again? You really want to talk about the Arabs, who the Arabs are? So nothing's going to get done until we do it. And take these types of videos. I've been on it for 2 hours, y'all. You had 2 hours to rebut anything I'm saying, less than 5 minutes on this day of, what day is the day? The 29th of December, 2023. You had 2 hours to rebut any, and I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to cut you. I'm not going to do any of those things. I'll let you speak for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. But on Sunday, you can pick my brain in classes. So if y'all want this conversation, my email's at the bottom. Let's have these dialogues. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Give me 1 second. Let's pull up another one. Let's go to educate our people real quick. Can you see this on the screen, brother? For the people that keep talking about Arabs.
I see it.
Okay. So the Arabs, there were also Arabs in Al-Andalus in southern part of Spain. The Arabs in Al-Andalus was the first to be enslaved and taken to America. Why are we not having this conversation? We having post-traumatic slave syndrome, right? Aren't we having these type of conversation with Joy DeGruy and them? Come on. And this is why we looked at as a joke. We're looked at as a joke, because we will push post-traumatic slave syndrome. But if I show you this with facts, you'll argue with me, wouldn't argue with them because they have a degree or a doctor on their name. So the Arabs in Al-Andalus, which is Spain, people that y'all called today to make it clarified, Al-Andalus was the first to be enslaved and taken to America after the defeat in Europe in 1492, before 1492, right? In Europe in 1492, before the Europeans began to capture the people from different parts of the area called Africa. This is facts. But you are not going to get it from people like Joy DeGruy and them. Now, if they said it, if they mention it in their books, I have not heard them publicly say anything on this. I have not heard them say anything on this, right? But yet you have someone who actually goes to these places and see it for themselves. Let's move forward. Known Arab tribes in an area called Africa, the so-called Black Americans. Listen up. So-called Black Americans are also descended from the known Arab tribes area called Africa, south of the Sahara. These Arabs include tribes. They got the Kunta, as in Kunta Kinte. And this is why I said y'all don't want change. Black people in the United States wants to be very, very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. We having all these beautiful Kwanzaa specials selling the same shea butter, the same African statues and garbs, but nothing different. And again, do not take my confidence for being arrogant. It's just that I'm tired of these games being played on my people. Any platform, believe me, that you will see Sabir Bey on and any of them, you better put your money up on me. Straight up. So those people are you, without a shadow of a doubt. He said, not the shea butter. Yeah, that's what they be selling there. They be selling the shea butters at these places in the same African arbs and the same damn African statues at these Kwanzaa specials. But listen up. Look at this right here. I even can talk about this. Why aren't we talking about this? I can send this to you too, brother. Harvard and slave leg. It's the legacy of slavery. Why are we not talking about this, right? Where's Joy DeGruy and I'm talking about this at? I went to Harvard. I went down to Harvard. Where are they talking about this at? Since they want to talk about the 1619 project. Let's go. Let's scroll down. Let's go scroll down to this page for 1 second. Let's go to 15. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you something. Please keep sharing it out, people. Because I really want it. I am one person and I don't have the resources to do what I need to do, but it's up to y'all to make this thing work. So bear with me. Let's go to 15. Slavery at Harvard. Let me see if I can find this real fast. I think this is it right here. Harvard campus. Okay, slavery at Harvard. Let's see. Let me see if I can blow this up. Can y'all see this? Can you see this, brother? Let me make this very clear for y'all, all right? So
I can see it.
I'm gonna move this out the way. Bear with me, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention, okay? Harvard at the campus at Harvard. Which I did go to Boston. Let me show you something. Let's go here. An enslaved man known as the Moor, who could have arrived aboard the what? Aboard the Desire. You think that we should be having this conversation in there, brother, about this? What do y'all sisters think? What do y'all think? We should be having this conversation, right? It's Kwanzaa, right? They pulling out books, post-traumatic slave syndrome and all this old good stuff. I'll leave that there for a second. Do you think we should be having this conversation? I'm asking y'all. If y'all can't answer, please share it out. Maybe we get some answer from the educated people during Kwanzaa. You ain't got to talk to government, Sonia. We can't even talk to our own people. Sonia said people not wanting to talk to government because government is part of the problem. Government is the one that's financing it, Sonia. Government is the ones that is financing all of the black movements. That's why governments are financing the black movements. So again, if I'm showing you this about Harvard, the Moor that was on the campus at Harvard, okay, we should be having this conversation for Kwanzaa, since we want to talk about post-traumatic slave syndromes and stuff like that. And the Moor. Oh, it's more in here about him. Let me see if I can find some more here, bro. It's a whole lot in here. About 130 something pages, though. But we just so, oh, brother, it's the white man, brother. But I was educated by the white man in his school, Howard University. Yeah, brother, I was smart. I went to Spelman too.
I saw a video. There's somebody called Royal. He's the one who gave Harvard the land they're on today, and he got his money from, well, back then everybody who made money made
Yeah,
something.
all the universities was subsidized by slavery, and we're acting as if that's some badge of honor. Oh, brother, I was the first black. Yeah, you are the first black that went there. You're right. You are the first black. But we love to use these terms as doctors without realizing that they had slaves. But let me go a little further, okay? Is everybody all right?
Here we go.
Let's see if we can find some more. I've been on it for 2 hours. I'm waiting for one of you doctors to come on the feed. Like y'all impressed with prestige. What happened to my stuff is loading up late, man. So bear with me. Why would you have these governments conversations if then say you say nothing can be done? I didn't say nothing can be done. That shit is up to the people. Don't ever interpret something I'm saying that's wrong. It's the people. Governments, if you know what you're not from here, Sonia. Do what you do over there. But governments finance these people. It's up to us. Governments finance these people. So get out your feelings, because I could care less. Governments finance these people, and they will finance anything pertaining to black. I'm not concerned about government because we have different forms of governments. Let me explain this to you. We have local government, state government, central government, United States government, federal government. Is what government are we talking about? You have different forms. Okay? I hope that was very simple for you. But let's go to history one more time. So in J.A. Rogers' book that we should be reading for Kwanzaa, the most ancient names for so-called black people are Nasu or Nubian, Ethiopian and Moor from ancient Egypt, and Negro or Negretta from West Africa. But if you go down here, it says black and colored like white, or on the other hand, European words. Ethiopian and Moors were properly used to describe the so-called blacks until the 1500s. I'm only one person, Sonia, so please stop asking me all these questions unless you want to jump on the feed. I'm one person, and I'm doing the damnedest what I can. I'm doing the best that I can with no resources. Okay? That's just what it is. And nor do I hate. So if you take it the wrong way that I'm speaking, that's not my fault. That's your fault. I said you can click the link and come on the feed. But I'm only talking to people that maybe I will spark someone to do something. Maybe if I can spark someone to do something. Unless you want to put up a couple of thousand, okay? Unless you want to pay to join the class on Sunday. So, if we were called Ethiopians and Moors before the 1500s, then why we keep calling our people black people when that has no historical meaning whatsoever for African people? So don't not worry about how I deliver it. Get the message and do something with it. Because I told you, you could put me on any platform and I can rock out. Okay? So let's go here for a second. Let's go to the Mayflower. Let's go here first. Let's go to this one. This is a book called Slavery. Where is this book at? And when I'm showing you something, Sonia, y'all should go pick the books up. Okay? Go pick up the books. So I use the term the New World and Americas as the New World slavery or slavery in Americas. The term black has become widely accepted within the United States to refer to people of African or partial African origin, replacing Negro. So if this Negro replace Moor, then the Moor replace black. Negro replace black, replace Negro. So if I give you this information, you go buy the books. Y'all not paying me for this. So this is the book, one of the books that you can actually purchase. I have two of them. This is where you can find this at. So black is not an ancient term, not by far. It's not an ancient term. So let's go to LaRon Bennett's book for a second. What am I looking like on time? Let's go to LaRon Bennett book about that terminology. I gave you a whole semester, didn't I? God damn, bro. I just gave a whole semester damn near.
Yes, you did.
So let's go to LaRon Bennett's book. Before the Mayflower. The first blacks were called blackamoors, niggars, and niggars. The word Negro is a Spanish or Portuguese term for black. Did not come into the general use in Virginia to the what? Later part, baby. Come on. Let's pull up LaRon Bennett's book. So if we were Moors, then why do we act like we don't know? It's not Sabir Bey that's making this complicated. It's the black scholars that's making stuff complicated. It's not me, because I'm open to talk with them. I'm open to talk to your scholars. That's before the Mayflower. All you got to do is pick some books up and see what happens. They always have to push the black narrative. Let's give them the black. 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 Black. Oh, it's white supremacy, brother. No, it's post-traumatic slave syndrome. No, it's 1619 Project. No. Nah. Our history started way before that. And this is a fact. Can I give you a little bit more? So I showed you Elegante, right? Let me give y'all something else. I want to see something else. Let's go here. So this is a little place that's in Italy. 4 Moors in chains. Oh, Sabir, you doing too much, bro. This is the 4 Moors. Y'all can Google this. And this is even in 2018. So y'all want to talk about slavery, right? I keep trying to tell you, the people that's keeping this from you is the scholars and the Masons. Here they go right there. So all you got to do is research it. Ooh, research about the Moors. This is too much like right, bro. We can't have this. No, we can't talk about this because the Moors enslaved us. So we are enslaving each other to this day. We're doing it. Slavery's coming back, and a lot of us is going to go right along with it. Y'all can Google this. This thing about it, Sonia said this is in the public's eye, but Sonia, it's not enough of us that is pushing this out here. I got what you're saying, but it's not. We are so bombarded, brother, with so much nonsense. We are bombarded with so much propaganda. Listen, man, I am only one individual fighting up, it seems like, against a motherfreaking army of people who's supposed to know this. So, I got it. I'm with you on it, Sonia. But help me get the message out. Share the videos. Tell them to let's have these panel discussions. They paying $50,000, right, to a woman who wrote a book because she was in that school. $50,000 to this lady who wrote a book on the 1619 Project. This is another one. I was close to this place when I was in Malta. I was in Malta. They look like a brother, don't it? I'm in Malta. Literally, like, I was not too far from here. But the way my paycheck is set up, I couldn't go here. Okay? Look at this. Oh, brother, the Moors, and y'all cheerlead these people say the Moors enslaved Africans. Brother, the Moors are Africans. Blacks are not Africans. I don't even know what a black is. What is a black African? A black person. I know the message has been, I know it's been out here, Sister Sonia, but you can't, this is the thing. I know it's been out here, but where are the people that is actually speaking to these people? I don't know. I've been on here for 2 hours. I know you saw me show the books. I know you saw me show the books. Where are the people that are addressing these types of issues? These are the people that they hire for you to keep you in your place. And this is why Carter G. Woodson in his book said, matter of fact, all that they ask of the black man is to be a good nigga. All they ask of the black man is to be a good nigga, and the rest will follow on its own. So I'm not impressed with nobody who has a doctor on their name. I'm not impressed with you because you have a professor on your name when you still selling our people this slave narrative. And these are the people, Sonia, that they're pushing out. You're going to be happy when I leave this feed and only do my webinars. You're going to have to be, listen, y'all going to be happy or upset when I leave and only do my webinars. All I ask people to do is pay attention and support. Pay attention and support. Let's make it happen. But these are the people that they paying. They paid her $50,000 to speak on what? And for what? I can tell you about this. What if I gave you a timeline? What if I gave y'all a timeline out of another book? I want to know where she did her research at. I would love to know, where did she do her research at? You're not going to stop people from using black. I'm not even trying to stop nobody from using black. That's the thing about it, Latiz. I'm not, listen, fam, let me make this very clear. And I said this in the beginning. I'm not here for you to stop using black. If you call me black, I'll charge you for hate crime. I am not black. So don't refer to me as being black. If you choose to be black, then that's you. All the consequences, everything comes to you. You can get money being black. Do you know that? You can get degrees being black. You can get privileges being black. So I'm not here to tell you not to call yourself black. You ain't never hear me say don't call yourself black, but my thing is a balance. It's a balance. Okay? So we're going to talk about black people and African people. Let's bring in the history of the Moors part. Did that make sense? Let's bring the Moors part in. Did you hear Sabir Bey say that? Let's bring the Moors part in and stop bitching when someone says Egyptians are not black because they're not black. Stop bitching when someone says Hannibal is not black, he's Tunisian. But if I say Moor, Hannibal was a Tunisian Moor, which I can prove, he is. If I say that the Moors was in Egypt, then I just made the connection. Did that make sense? I know that's hard for some of y'all to digest, but very simple. And I'm sorry, it's not profanity, but I'm not sorry because I'm not using it in a derogatory way when I said that. But this is the problem with our people. The reason why the world is looking at you because you are calling people black. So if you choose to be black, then be black. More power to you. But if you really want to know your power and your potential, let's deal with some truth. Okay? Let's deal with some truth if you really want to know. And I don't think y'all ready for truth. So I hope I cleared that up. I'm not here to tell you not to be calling yourself that. If you choose to be that, then you choose to be that. It's not Sabir Bey's fault.
If you work hard enough, you can be the first black in whatever you did.
Say that again?
If you work hard enough, you could be the first black in whatever you did.
You can. If you work hard enough, you could be the first black whatever. But you were the first of everything anyway because they were Moors. The Moors civilized the mother freaking world, bruh. And this is the one thing that none of these people want to talk about. Because if I condition you to make you think that the Arabs or the Moors or Muslims or Islam had something to do with slavery, you would never go nowhere near it. Listen, bro, I'm talking about the ones that think they that damn sharp. Bring it to the cipher. So the only way we're going to fix this is if we have these types of conversations. If we have them. Because when you read about what they look like, they was looking like us. So I hope you share this out to all of them. Yes, nationality is the key to everything. Oh, no doubt. Nationality is the key, B. It's the key. And it's up to y'all that is on these feeds that make them go viral and tell them do not take sound bites and what Sabir Bey says. You can reach out to me. You can reach out. Without a doubt. Okay? If you didn't get nothing in this 2 hours and 39 minutes I've been on here, then there's something seriously wrong with you. If you didn't get it, because I'm laying it out for you. They don't lay it out for you. They just sell you. Oh, brother, it was slavery, brother. Yes, the white man did it, brother. Yes, we was enslaved because he did it to us. Yes, we did it so bad because we was white. The white supremacy is a bug, brother. Yes, it was. It is. Okay, so let me see. This is a book right here that y'all should read. Y'all should read this for Kwanzaa. How many of y'all know who that is right there in this picture?
Is that Pushkin?
Pushkin?
No, what's the guy? The guy who been in Russia.
No, brother, that's a brother.
What's the name? Let me remember the name.
If you can read Arabic, his name is right there. If you can read Arabic. Let me see if I can blow it up a little further. Close. Do anybody know who that is? This is in the Library of Congress. That's in the Library of Congress. Okay, so let me help y'all out. Since y'all don't know who that is, y'all should automatically know who that is. So this is Abdul Rahman. He was a prince that was captured as a slave. Okay, let me go here. You see the book right there? I know y'all don't want to go read nothing, but y'all like to go watch 1619 Project. You see that? He was a Moor. Oh no, brother, but the Moors enslaved us, brother. The Moors enslaved us, brother Sabir. That's pseudo, family. But I think the 1619 book is pseudo, and I think the post-traumatic slave syndrome is pseudo. But if you read the book, this is a real story of Abdul Rahman. Do you also know? How about this part, bro? Let me ask y'all a question. How about for Kwanzaa? Could y'all do me this favor and share this out to these people? How about for Kwanzaa we do this, right? Well, how about we play the movie of Abdul Rahman for Kwanzaa? What y'all think? Do you think that's a good thing to do, bro?
Yeah, that's better than that's better than reveling in like slavery. Like we can't go past that. It's crazy.
What y'all think? Come on, y'all, talk to me. I know y'all on the feed. Come on, it's okay, y'all. I mean, come on. Y'all should know me by now. Come on, y'all. Hold up. Hey, Latiz, I said get on the feed. I told Sonya to do the same thing, bro.
Prince Among Slaves, a 60-minute documentary, tells the story of an African prince who was enslaved in Mississippi in the late 18th century.
He was more.
I was born Abdul Rahman. My father was Sori, king of Fujajalon.
Many years ago, on the west coast of Africa, I was saved by an African prince.
You're saying my prince actually is an African prince. Al-Habib, Al-Qari.
They had a constitution, they had laws. This was a very sophisticated society.
Someone brought up in Futujalan believes that on the day you're born, God knows and numbers every day of your life. And this fate, however cruel it seemed to him, was part of a divine plan.
It dawned on him that he is no longer a prince.
England.
He's no longer a warrior. From that point onwards, his dignity was based on his ability to master the circumstances that he was in.
Isabella.
I want you to show her how we work the fields here in Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
And where did you learn to read Arabic?
Timbo.
I learned as a boy in Timbo.
Timbuktu.
And Timbuktu.
Ooh.
Finally, through near providential circumstances, he negotiates his freedom with the ruler of the country that holds him captive. His royal status is recognized in the land that enslaved him.
This was a man who has a lot of faith, and he's committed to his principles, but he knows how to get what he wants from the system.
In order to do that, he has to tell a story that makes sense to the people he's talking to. So we don't know how much of what he said was just for them and how much was what he really thought in his own heart, because he wasn't a fool.
If you have faith, you will think that all of this happened for a reason that you don't know. But ultimately, things will get better.
This biography is perhaps the best researched story of an enslaved African in American history, and yet is largely unknown until now.
You see how that works, y'all? We don't even want to know this, bro. This is the bad part about us. We don't even want to know this. Hold up. We don't even want to know this information. This is a true story. I know y'all getting tired of me because it's too much truth. Yes, I saw the Messiah.
Stacked like cords of firewood inside the ship's dark hold, Abdul Rahman and 170 other slaves crossed 3,000 miles of ocean.
Documentaries, you're really documenting an event that occurred. And so you're trying to give as much truth, as much accuracy, as much in-depth understanding of what the people were going through, but also the context of that experience.
It's a great story. It's a story that I wanted to learn more about, to be able to tell my friends and family and close relations. And I was like, well, if this is like known, why isn't it known more?
I first learned about the Prince Among Slaves story when I got a call from the executive producer, Alex Cronemer. And he told me the basic premise of the concept, and I was really intrigued by it. And then he sent me the book, and I was really hooked by the entire vision of it.
I was born Abdul Rahman. My father was Sori, king of Fujijalan. Dimbo is a town of 9,000 souls. Fruit trees offer their generous bearings. The land's holy men hold great prestige. Their faith is not easily matched.
You come on! The nature of how he came to be in that circumstance is so violent and ugly and unnecessary that alone can discourage the strongest of personalities.
You think we have problems, but I mean, I wonder how many of us today could have survived that. That's how I look at it. Put it that way.
There's that old saying that you're not what they call you, but what you answer to. And it speaks to that notion of having your own identity.
Your circumstances is a challenge to your will. It does not determine your will. It does not determine the outcome of your life. It is a challenge to you.
Regardless of his circumstance, or the circumstances that were thrust upon him, he had a very clear sense of his own value as a human being that transcended his status as a royal.
Wait. Let me ask you this question. Why are we having this conversation for Kwanzaa? Why are we having this conversation for Kwanzaa when I know the history behind all of this about the Moors? But if you read the book, you would know in the book they called him a Moor through the whole book. So we having all of these Kwanzaa specials about slavery. About slavery. I told you I'm one person. I can't do everything, and I don't have the finances like this to do everything. I don't. But let me say this to my people. Sonia was here at this event. I've been on for almost 3 hours. This is me on a panel in Manchester. Was it Manchester? Yeah, Manchester, right, Sonia? This brother sitting next to me, I think is this guy fell out the chair. But the young brother that's sitting next to me thought that I was coming from the Moorish Science Temple perspective. And I said, I'm not a member of any Moorish Science Temple at all. No member of a Moorish Science Temple. So when you hear me speaking, it's not about Moorish Science Temple. It's about who the Moors are. I was flown all the way from here to the UK. I got paid in pounds for the record. And Sonia made sure my money was right when I got there. Sonia made sure my money was right when I got there. Right? So as I'm there, right? As I'm there at this event, Sonia was there too. I was going to pull up the picture with Sonia, but I don't know if she want me to pull that picture up. But when I was there, it was so dope and so packed here in Manchester. And I thank the family that brought me there. And I know some people get discouraged because it's not enough people hearing this, but you don't give up. You don't give up. And I haven't gotten up, gave up. This is with the people that came out to the event. And there go the brother that you see right there that came on the stage with me. This is what it looked like. Just part of what it looked like. It was more people than this in Manchester when I was there. So I'm asking for y'all to support the people that is really putting the work in. Yes, they all, yup. Yes, they all just as bad. They probably still running around calling themselves black. You right, Sonia, they probably are. But you can't change them. Only thing we can do is reach the youth. That's all we can do, sis. That's all we can do is reach the youth right there. That's in Manchester. That's all we can do. My mission and my goal, like Karis once said, is to tear this whole fake bull crap down. That's my mission and my goal, is to tear down the lies. Is to tear the lies down. And if anybody get in my way, I will run over you, B. You can bring me your best scholars that you know on social media. Okay? Sabir has his purpose. As a collective, we must know our purpose. Exactly. And this is the thing. This is not an organization. This is a movement. A movement. And the people that's blocking this is black conscious people that are the ones that's blocking this. It's not the white man that's blocking this. It's black people, because if I step in the room, it's a wrap for all of them. They can't keep telling the lies. You can't keep telling the lies once I step in the room. It's over. So I'm not just a person that just read books. I am the book. That's Ibn Khaldun. That's in Tunisia, in North Africa. But you don't want this conversation. But every European is studying this man right here. All the Europeans in economics is studying this man, Ibn Khaldun. How many of y'all know who that man is in Tunis? All of them. But they'll say, oh, no, he's an Arab. Stay away from it. He's an Arab. He hated black people. No, how could he hate black people? Then again, he could, because you're black. But anyway, he's North African. How? And these cats know nothing about Ibn Khaldun. And you let these people just tell you anything. This is my enrollment in the school of Ibn Khaldun. How many of our people know about the Muqaddimah? How many of y'all know about the Muqaddimah? But you talk about, you want to know about economics. Come on, y'all. We got to do better than this. We got to do better than this, B. How many know about Ibn Khaldun's work? And I'm over these countries in the midst. Bringing up Ibn Khaldun. Oh, brother, he hated black people, brother. Yeah, y'all hate each other too because we don't want the truth out. We hate each other also. Because a lot of your scholars watch this video and you can try to critique the hell out of me. It's not going to work, B. Trust me. I'm almost finished. Let's see if we can find some more. This is also in the book, The Prince Among Slaves. Do you see this again? He is a Moor. The Moor. So I'm not here to convince you to say, yo, you should stop calling yourself black. Do you, family? But let's bring in the Moorish part about who we are. And listen, let the people choose it. You know, again, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, you don't condemn a dirty glass of water. You put it out there and put the clean one up against the dirty glass, because that's all I'm really doing right now. I'm putting the clean glass up against the dirty glass of water. But I'm very well equipped and I can come to London, y'all. Let's set this up. My sister Sonia is trying to make this work back out in the UK. I would love to come back to the UK, but I know it's kind of cold out there right now. Hey, Sonia, what year was I there? I mean, what was it? It was wintertime, right? All my information is at the bottom, y'all. SabirBayRadio@gmail.com is at the bottom, the donate button. Everything is going across the screen. What year was I there? And you can email me, Sabir Bay Radio, right there. The webinar is every Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I can do a webinar for y'all if you want to book me, but it's not going to be free. You can hit me up. You can talk about the Moors. You can ask me about my trip, but help me out doing this before 1492 tour. Okay? Yes, it was winter. Just how would you like it? No, the hell I don't. No, I don't. I didn't like that. I was miserable there. How I was there for like a month and a half in the UK. Said in Son. Listen, I sat in Sonia house till 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning with two brothers from two different countries. Two different countries. So I told you I could do a class wherever. Wherever. So y'all can email me right here if you want to join my webinar. I'm only taking 10 people. Now it's down to 8 people. Hit me up every Sunday. You got to go to Cash App and pay the $65 right now, not on Sunday, and leave your email, or you can go to PayPal and leave your email, and you can pick my brain on Sunday about any subject. If you want the old classes, I also have the old classes also. They all still $65. But if you just want to say, yo, Sabir, let me get over to the UK, I would love to come back to the UK. No doubt. No doubt. So what else can I talk about? Because I think I talked about enough. Now, if I can get shown the love, that'd be something a little different. And I know some of y'all was in y'all feelings. So if we want to have this Kwanzaa conversation, let's have this Kwanzaa conversation. Okay. If y'all want the video with James Smalls and Karis One and myself, you can pay $40 right now, and I can send that file directly to you with James Smalls and Karis One. And the reason why I'm saying this is because people be making videos and selling my stuff online. This is not me. So don't not go online and buy any of these videos, people. Somebody made this page. I the first one that did a documentary on Noble Drew Ali. Somebody made a page with all my stuff on here. I did this with Kara's one called The Legend of Hip Hop. I did the Nazi's Creed. I still have this one too. Are You State Property? I had that with Ali Muhammad. And this one is $70 actually, because it's 2 parts of this. And I can email this one to you also. It's called The Overstanding the Language of Law. I did this in 2001 when my son Amir was 4 years old. 2001 is $70 for that. It's 2 parts. This was at a time of VHS. So somebody's trying to sell it on here, but it's 2 parts to this. It's 70 notes, okay? And trust me, everything that you will hear on here, I talked about it back in 2001. There was no YouTubes, none of those things. Be born. She said, born in Liverpool. It was his friend. Thank you. And that was he was from the Congo. See what I'm saying? One was from the Congo. I be born in Liverpool, and his friend was from the Congo, but raised in Liverpool. Y'all don't understand who y'all be talking to, B. I've been doing this for a very long time, man. So if y'all want that particular DVD, I can send that file to you. It's $70. Please email me. The email is floating on the bottom of my screen. Get the book, The Prince Among Slaves. Stop letting these people tell you that, you know, white supremacy exists. It's a theory. It's not a fact. White supremacy is a theory. It's not a fact. And if you want to have a conversation on white supremacy, we can do that also. Okay? The info spread louder than, okay? Give me 1 second. These are my other DVDs I had too. I got a lot, bro. The info spread louder on different shows, interviews with popular people. Yo, homie, Billy Carson don't want to reach out to me either, brother. Believe me, you. Listen, people have reached out to Billy Carson. I've been doing this before Billy Carson, but you can share this to Billy Carson. I'm willing to collab with them, but are they willing to collab with Sabir? See the difference? You know how many people brought my name up to Billy Carson? Again, I have no problem with nobody. I've been doing this for a long time. But Billy Carson know how to reach me. We all have mutual friends, believe me. We all have mutual friends. It is not hard to reach out to Brother Sabir. Wow, yes. He said the brother from the Congo saw some wars. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So you keep telling me about Billy Carson, this person. How about you share these videos to Billy Carson? And don't say it once. I'm not interested in being on any of their shows, but one thing I will do if I'm invited, the difference with me, if I'm invited to Billy Carson's show, I would go. But they don't invite Sabir Bey to the shows, if that makes sense. Okay? They don't. So stop saying it. Ask them. And they could pick any subject they want. Any subject they choose to. Any subject they choose. Okay? We talk about slavery, who the Moors and who the Arabs enslaved. We can pick any subject. Any subject you want. And I wanted to pull something else up about, well, let me pull up W.E.B. Du Bois. Let me show you what Du Bois said. Have you ever read Du Bois's books? Look at this. This is Du Bois' book. Look what Du Bois also stated in his book about the Moors. The splendid Moorish civilization. Why would Du Bois say that? Land of the Moors. Why would Du Bois bring up the Moors? Now I done gave y'all a whole damn lecture on this feed, B. Why would Du Bois talk about the Moors in his book? So let me ask y'all, who else is bringing this information like this? No, I haven't, sister. Who else on any platform straight 3 hours of straight non-stop fire of making connections? And you still want to try to critique me and argue with me and tell me I'm lying? Or is this a Moorish Science Temple conversation? No, it's none of that. So let me show you Du Bois's book. That's Du Bois' book. So the information is not hidden. What people do is they wait till they retire from their job, get fired, get disappointed, and then they want to start telling everything. I have never stopped this over 25, 26, 27 years, whatever, how long I've been doing this. I have never, ever stopped. Never stopped giving you this information. All of this, people. Everyone knows that we are Moors. We're not black people. We're Moors without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm not talking Moorish Science Temple. So I don't belong to no Moorish Science Temple. No disrespect to my brothers and my sisters that's in there. Let them do their job. Let them do their purpose. If we're going to fix this, let's talk about nationality. Did that make sense? Let's talk nationality. So if you want the Rex 84, I have the Rex 84. I have all of these documents. But let me just show you these years that what you call was talking about. Actually, man, in fact, there's more stuff in here. Hold up. That's me in Portugal right there. The Moorish Castle in Portugal. So don't keep coming to me telling me we want freedom, brother Sabir. We got to get justice, brother. How about talking about who we are? How about let's have that conversation? Can we do that? Can everybody do me a favor before I get off here and share this out on Twitter? My Twitter is Real Sabir Bey. Real Sabir Bey. And please, let's get ready before 1492 tour. If y'all open for this, please help make this work. I'm open. That's probably gonna be the logo for the before 1492 tour. You know, so if y'all want to join the feed, if you want to join the class on Sunday, all the information is at the bottom. Is at the bottom. I've been on here long enough, so hope everybody, like they say in the church, dig deeper into your pockets and support. Can we do that? So if you want to join the class, if you want Rex 84, you can email me for the Rex 84. The Rex 84 is $70. I can email it to you. If you want the Overstanding the Language of Law, it's $70. I can email that to you. If you want to join the class, it's $65. And for the record, nobody hit my Cash App. So I just want y'all to don't think that I get paid off of this. I don't. Okay. So what you gonna say, brother? What's up?
I was gonna say on that point, like when the people who did the crusade, the English and the French, they were at war with each other the whole time, but they came together to push out the Moors. And then
yes, they did. Yeah, they did a lot of fighting to push out the Moors.
We don't have to agree all the time, but we gotta sit together and understand that we're all Moors. And until we all understand that we're Moors, we're still gonna be out here messed up.
Why they keep bringing up all these people? Dr. B. Serious. Listen, brother, I'm not impressed with none of. I know Doctor. I know him too. Again, they don't bring people like Sabir Bey on. I've been around before there was a Dr. Be Serious, before there was any of these Billy Carsons, before there was a Reza Islam, before there was a Ben X, before there was a 19 Keys. So please stop it, people. Okay, stop it. So I am a producer. You can look me up online. Okay, you can punch in Sabir Bey. Let me help them out one more time before we get off of here. See, these people that come on these feeds is kind of, oh my gosh, let me help you out, family. You can go look me up online, or you can just Google my name. I know that's be sounding arrogant, but no, I'm just want y'all to understand. I know all of them, and I'm not a secret to not one of these conscious people that y'all watch. If you go to Google, you can punch in my credentials, just a little bit of them. That's called IMDb. Producer, Abandoned Act, Out of Darkness, co-executive producer. All you got to do is look me up online, and you will get the resume. Are you follow me? So I'm ready to go get me something to eat, and the day is Friday. You can tell them to go look me up, and my email is at the bottom. So those that want to join the class on Sunday, you can definitely hit me up at the email at the bottom of here and sign up. Okay, and make sure you send your email when you pay for the classes. Okay, Sonia, I want to thank you. Yo, Sonia, if you get a chance, call me on Facebook or WhatsApp. Okay, but I thank you, Dre. If you want any of these documents, I have all of them, y'all. So let's get the Before 1492 tour popping, y'all. All right, I thank y'all for support.
Thank you, Shabir. Peace.
Gotta go.
Talking about love.
The legend.
Talking about sweet love.
Shout out to Palestine.
Come on, love. Let's get it together. Let's sing for love. Listen, love is the key to life. The thing that makes it right. Why we can't be one, I never know. No. Love is the key this time, and there's no doubt in my mind. If you really wanna be free, love is the key. Love is the key. That's so real. It's the kind of thing you feel. We can make things nice if we let it be. Oh, love is the key. No, I'm right. Oh, it makes you feel so dynamite. If you
really want to be free, y'all. Hit me up on Twitter. Real Sabir Bey on Twitter. Damn, I don't be wanting to go 3 hours, man, but damn.
love is the key to life. The thing that makes it right.
3 hours.
Why we can't be one, I'll never know. Love is the key. I know I'm right. Oh,
bro.